Why is this bitch playing the unicycle in the middle of the court? Get off!
The video I sent you, shofu.
Oh my god, what is this?
Yo, who's got the
today's
heat score?
intro.
Tito got the game on here.
Who's got what? What'd you say, Coast?
What's the Tito? What's the score of the game?
The Heat are up 7. I think.
Oh shit.
7 or 8, something like that.
Is Tyler Hero playing?
He has not played yet.
That bum.
They're winning.
Bro,
without
he
him.
had,
They might as well.
bro, his hand is blown the fuck off. He has one hand.
Blown the fuck
If he
off.
wasn't a bum, he wouldn't have broke his hand, bro.
Yeah, you're right. My
You
bad.
know what?
He's right.
Sorry
What
to
game
argue.
is this? I haven't been following. Is it game 4 or game 5?
It's game 5.
Gotcha.
Okay, but my question is, what does this have to do with basketball?
What do you mean?
This woman balancing things on her head on a unicycle.
It's the halftime show.
Bro, it's
man.
halftime. Come on, man.
Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro.
That's her damn job.
What the hell?
I'd rather have commercials.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to restart.
Is
my
Marissa
stream.
really
Oh,
this
speaking of-
trash
wait, wait.
where her light punch?
Because you were a Canadian account.
But it went through once before.
Well, then that is weird. I don't know why it didn't.
Like I requested it once, and then there was problems. I said I messaged him, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we got it fixed." And then it went through, and I was like, "Okay, so I'm not gonna have a problem anymore." And then
Yeah, you
it
had a
happened
problem
again.
afterwards. Weird.
Yeah.
That is super weird.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good, Chatter. It's my there's something wrong with my OBS, but we're good. We're good. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
That was delicious.
Oh,
Okay, so what did you just send me?
It's the intro.
Which intro am I replacing with this?
Huh? Oh no.
oh my
it's-
goodness.
Replace the one we've been using Roger outside. Place with that.
Yeah, we used that for 3 in a row, I feel.
Yeah, that's my bad.
We
Yeah, I was
gotta
supposed to
double that
do the
one.
other ones and I kept forgetting. So here's another
Also, I'll send you that that Nintendo footage, but I've been looking everywhere. The one you were, it was like, what's your favorite Mario Kart game? What's your favorite, like that one, right?
Yeah.
I have looked. I cannot find it anywhere.
Really?
I know I have it. I'll just keep looking, and as soon as I have it, I'll let you know, and I'll put it in that drive for you.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to try to. I'm basically gonna go through everything, put all those in order, and then send them over to Vanilla. That's like the idea. So then it's gonna
Sounds
go
good.
through like the order of how things happen. And did you ever make a vlog for the trip yourself? For your,
I
your
did
channel?
like a little Nintendo World thing for Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, because I know you had like some videos of you like describing what we were doing at certain points.
So some of those I do have. I can find those. I could probably find those pretty easy because they're probably just in like a dump vlog folder somewhere. But I never ended up doing a vlog from that because so much of the footage was messed up because of the rain.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
lenses were weird and things were blurry and but like I did like a taste test of some of the food. I did a whole bunch of stuff. But I'll send over what I've got, and yeah, if you could put together like a
this
I
one
guess
tastes like
you wouldn't,
frosting.
but Vanilla has like a yeah, right. right.
This one tastes like green bell pepper.
Like a Nintendo World vlog with Japan time. I think that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanilla could definitely make that.
Just gonna make it a little easier to have stuff in order, so then he just has to put it all together.
I like it.
I'm ready when you guys.
I'm very happy. This is totally like not related to Japan time, but I was gonna say I'm very happy Lime Juice won the cipher thing.
Lime.
Oh,
juice?
Lime
It was so good. Lime Juice was good, man.
Oh,
He
Lime
was real
Respect
good.
on Lime King's
You
name,
mean?
bro.
Oh,
Put some
Lime King,
respect
excuse
on
me.
Lime King's name.
Lime King. Sorry.
Lime
He
juice
was
is
very good though.
crazy.
No, it's
That Swords Dance line was actually unreal.
man, it was so difficult, man.
Oh, I know.
It's hard to. It was so.
Really
It's so
ones.
heart wrenching to pick one person out of
Yeah.
all those great people that submitted. Like,
Yeah, they are. They were.
Yeah,
It was
you know,
very
every-
good.
Crazy,
everybody who submitted was good. Everybody, you
they
know?
were going crazy.
Yeah, everybody, every single one of them.
Well, okay, let's not do that. You know,
No,
but
I mean, I'm not. It's a meme, Roger. It's a meme. Keep up.
Shout out Breeden Boy. Shout out Ham Sandwich. Shout out Tito Top.
You ain't got to shout out.
Don't shut
You
me
ain't
out.
got to shout out
Don't
Roger.
shut me out.
Ricky.
Roger went. Roger
Shout
went
out
crazy.
everybody that submitted, man.
Now you know damn well Ricky's only here because we kept calling him out.
That's probably true.
No. I'm literally only here because War Champ isn't. So I've got to beat that score.
Look at that.
That's one of the pettiest shit I've ever heard.
If it gets to the show up to the show, I don't care.
That's some of the
But
pettiest shit I've
this,
ever heard.
imagine if I just
Can't
this
believe I
this
dropped
counts though. Like this counts, and I can leave right now.
No,
It
that's
does
not
not
true.
We
count.
You
haven't, we haven't
to-
even started. We haven't even
Okay.
started.
It does not count.
Well, pre-show is the show, anyways. Let's
No,
let's
it's not.
calm down. I'll see y'all.
No.
It doesn't count. I don't know why.
quit today. I quit the show. If Ricky leaves, I go. When I'm done, I'm done.
What the heck?
Thank God.
He left, man. Well, I guess we running things around here. Who the new host? Mike?
It's either me or Mike.
Why did Roger leave?
Because he said if Ricky leaves out, he said if
All right,
Oh,
all
true.
right, all right.
He said if Ricky's out, I'm out.
Start the intro, bro. I got you. Start the intro, bro. I got you. Go ahead. Start that shit, bro. Run the.
Fidel, act like you're more miserable and then say, look at the hard camera and say, we'll be right back with more Japan time.
We'll be right back with more Japan time.
Give it a second and give it a second. Oh, no, you're good. No, you can come in. You're good. But you,
I can't come in.
no. We'll be right back with more Japan time.
Bro, I'm weak.
Welcome everyone to the Summer Games Fest podcast. I'm your host, your favorite commentator's favorite commentator, TITO KMF. We are here once again. It's been a couple of weeks since we've last had a show, but everybody here is ready to go. We're joined as always by the OG himself. Shofu, what's good, bro?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that intro was mad funny, man.
We're also joined by our normal host here, Mr. Rogers Bass, who has a new podcast. Roger,
That's right.
go ahead.
Thank you very much for the plug. Yes, Touch Base with Rogers Base. I put together a new show. It is
Ooh,
now
I like that.
Friday.
That's a good name, man.
That's a good
Thank
name.
you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's every
Hey, yo,
Friday.
wait, pause.
Whoa,
What?
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I
I
get
mean,
it.
if you,
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
that's kind of a reach, but I get it.
Yeah, but I
Wait,
get it.
what? Anyway, it's 4 p.m. Pacific time every Friday on the YouTube channel. And no, to answer all the people that were asking, I'm not leaving Japan time. I'm still hosting Japan time, but I'm
He's
doing
gone.
another show now too.
Bro can't record videos from his own home without.
Well, he's not
leaving
hosting
Japan
right
time.
now, but someone who is
No.
on Japan time is Mike. What's up, Mike?
Oh my god, I was muted. Hey everybody.
That's my guy, Mike.
What's
How's
up?
it
What's
going,
up?
my guy?
Someone who often is muted because he's never actually here, Ricky Kokai!
Big showtime, my guys. Tito, you can't discern your penis from your asshole. Don't you ever say
What?
anything.
Oh my
Hell,
god!
In the world?
Okay, Anyway, I'm gonna go back to ignoring Ricky, and we're actually going to take to someone who normally makes sense when they speak. Coach Word in the building. What's good, Coach?
Hey, yo, I just gotta say, everybody, I hope y'all are enjoying your day. Hope you had a great week. Except for every Manon player, you all need to.
He's spitting, bro.
I'll stop myself.
Hey, watch out. Watch out, bro. Back up. I'm right here, bro. You know who else is here? McDareth. Hope you're having a great week, bro, so far. How have you been, McDareth?
Things have been going well, you know. Diablo 4 is actually fun, but Blizzard need to optimize that game. But you know what? Good times. Yeah. Lots to talk about. Almost like it's been a month of stuff to talk about.
It's true. We got lots to talk about.
Is that wait?
Roger, go ahead, take us away, bro.
I was gonna say, are you gonna let McDareth get away with that? You said almost like it's been a month. You're saying it is like, look, it's been a busy month, okay?
It has been a busy month. I've been very busy.
Everyone's been busy. Shofu's been busy. We've all been very, very busy. We love you guys. Obviously, though, we know you've all been busy playing Tears of the Kingdom, so don't worry about us, okay? But the one thing I will say, okay, based on that intro, Tito is doing a fine job as host. He's a great replacement.
He actually was.
So if I'm easily replaceable. So I happen to be gone.
Okay, first of all, that's not true. Second of all, we're forgetting. I'm your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. You know what I'm saying? I'm my favorite commentator. So you know what I'm saying? So like, of course. But no, Roger, I don't like that slander. Don't talk about my friend like that, Roger. Don't talk about my friend like that. You take that back. You hear me? Don't talk about my boy Roger again, bro.
All I'm saying is that if I happen to be out of town for 2 weeks in a row, you guys can still host the show because Tito can do a great job of hosting the show.
Look, the issue. Okay, I'll just do this right now live. The issue was never who can. The issue was never on who can host the show. It's on whether people will show up or not if you're not here.
Of
That's
course
what it is.
people will show up. Of course.
That's why we did a
I'm
Mario
not
movie
showing up.
discussion.
I'm not showing up.
That's why we did a Mario movie discussion with 3 people. Right?
Listen. Okay, listen. We have to keep it 1,000. Roger is the backbone of the show, bro.
That's true.
I may stream the shit, but it's not the same without Roger. No way.
True.
Why are you getting soft, Shofu?
The only 2 people who are necessity for this show to occur are Roger and Shofu.
Come on, man.
See, but there's got to be a week because Shofu and I are busy men. I feel like there's got to be a week in which someone else could take over and it could still be a mainline Japan time. Please let us know in the comment section if that is okay with you, because we can't just have China times every time.
I think the next time you 2 are unavailable, what we do as a crew is we go on Fiverr and we just find a random.
That's so funny. No, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
So dangerous.
That would actually be funny. That's a really good idea.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then what we do, we stream that episode on Kick.
No, we're not doing that.
Yes, sir. I got
Pull back from that.
Just know, everybody in chat. Go ahead and pick up your Kick
My hands
username
are
right
up.
now. Go ahead and get your Kick usernames all right now. Get that shit locked down, bro.
To be fair, I actually do have my username locked on there.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I did do that.
Roger is too skilled at host. That's what I'm saying, bro.
True.
Roger is a skilled host, bro. Roger has been doing this for 10 years. I could easily see Roger on a stage doing this somewhere, bro. Easy.
It's true.
In fact, I did last year at Anime Expo. I was hosting the One Piece Film Red thing, and I may be hosting something at this year's Anime Expo as well.
Jeff Keighley,
watch more information.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley, watch your back, bro.
I could easily see Roger doing something like that, bro.
Jeff Keighley, shit.
Imagine 30 years from now on Sony's stage, you just see Roger, and he goes,
I'd be so
"Thanks
happy,
to Doritos
bro.
for sponsoring the show. We have a great segment lineup for you guys." Like, that would be crazy.
That'd be so sick.
Look, if Sony's got the bag, I would absolutely do it. But like, unfortunately, the dream is dead, right? Because there will never be a situation in which they have live Nintendo press conferences ever again. Because that, to me, would have been the dream. I want to be on stage at a live Nintendo press conference like the E3s way back in the day, and I want the announcement, my announcement, to be 2D HD Chrono Trigger now in development. And then I'm proud to announce
Oh my gosh.
in development with Nintendo and Square Enix, 2D HD Chrono Trigger. And then it plays the music with a full orchestra that rises out of the ground. That would have been peak. But unfortunately, that is not the world we live in. But the world we live in
Wait, real
has
fast
Jeff
before
Keighley
we move
hosting.
on, right?
No, fuck you! I
No,
just
real
had an
fast.
intro.
I know you did, but something came up. Something came up.
Don't fuck up his vibe like that. That was
It's something came up, and it's like, oh, something was mentioned. I should mention this now.
No.
McDareth is definitely the Joe Biden
Here's the
kid,
thing,
man,
right?
right
Here's the
now.
thing, right? No, Roger, hold it down. Let him say what he's gonna say. If it's not as important as to fuck up the flow, I'm kicking him from the call. Go ahead, McDareth.
Problem. Okay.
What is it?
Since it was mentioned, this week is the 10th anniversary of Japan time.
That's pretty important.
Okay.
That is important.
Okay. You're safe. You're safe.
I know what I'm doing. Chill out over there. Everyone going all crazy. What are you talking about? Sonic? No, look at you. You look all stupid over there.
No. It was
trying to promote the show.
You're safe.
Now
It was
that you
so
right,
crazy.
that's a little wrong and childish of you. But whatever.
Huh? I was right the whole time. That was crazy.
No, you're safe, but
I was
still
gonna let you
crazy.
talk, man.
That's good to bring up. I cannot believe it has been 10 years, though. That is crazy. Do any of you have any favorite moments of the show over the course of the 10 years?
When
Let's start
Fidel
off with
wasn't on it.
nostalgia bump.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
There's been a lot of
That
good
was
moments,
pretty
man.
good.
Good days.
When Zeph was on it.
Yeah. That's
Don't
right.
make me sad right now, man.
I miss Zeph,
Zeph,
bro.
Zeph left.
I'll say it right now. I
Oh
miss
my
Zeph.
gosh.
Shouts to Zeph. Can I get some Z's in the chat for Zeph? Some big Z's? Throw some
Z's
Z's in the
up.
chat. Throw some
Get
big
up for the
Z's in the
boy.
chat for Zeph, bro.
Black Blastoise,
man.
when he was coming on at the very beginning.
That shit was wild.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think-
Pick of the day.
Pick of the day was
It's hard to
fun.
pick
Pick of the day was
a
fun.
single episode I like the most. There's so
We
many.
started off as a Smash Brothers podcast.
We did.
Yes.
We
yes.
did.
Literally, episode 3 was
What the
when
fuck?
Melee didn't, well, they Nintendo blocked Melee at Evo, and then Japan time happened, and then like in the middle of the end of Japan time, it got overturned.
I mean, not much has changed since then, actually, when you really think about
That's
it.
true. Smash is still not at Evo.
Yeah.
10 years later. Yes.
It'll never
I guess it-
probably
it
ever
was
be
10
there
years.
again.
But you know, Raj, you know what will
Yeah.
be at Evo?
Street Fighter 6.
Talk to him.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is what we've all been playing. Even just before the call, we were all talking about our mains and how much time we've been putting into it. Apparently, Manon players are the worst. Is what I've heard
Stinky.
from Coach.
There's a lot
Fucking
of them.
stinky.
That's a
So
good.
what's
That's a good
wrong with
character, man.
Manon?
No, she's just really good. She has really like deceptive command grabs because they kind of like jump forward. She also builds stacks, so every time she command grabs you or hit grabs you in the middle of her combo, she builds a stack, and then her command grab does a trillion
Yes,
damage.
keep
if she has
talking.
5.
Keep
She
talking.
has
Okay.
she has good range. She's cool. She's a cool character.
Yes, sir. That's
She's
why
not
it's
as
the
broken
main.
as JP, right?
She's probably. I mean, JP is going like people's opinion of JP. is,
JP stock's going down.
yeah, he's gonna get worse as time goes on because they don't know how to fight him right now. But once they learn how to fight him, he won't be as big of a problem. You know what I'm saying?
It is week
Okay,
2,
alright.
basically.
Yeah.
Like
He
characters
was
like
overwhelming
that-
at the start, but people are starting to learn, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, a lot of characters, especially with a character like that with JP, where a lot of the shit you get hit by, you just need to get hit by a shit ton of times,
Yeah.
and then you'll like because it's all based off audio cues, and a lot of it shit's deceptive visually. But like most zoners, like that's the thing about speaking about the game as a whole that I really really enjoy. First of all, this game overall is just incredible. The amount of like anyone who's shitting on World Tour it's not for you, bro. World Tour is not for you. For the nigga who's gonna go to Evo, it's not for you. It's for it's for these kids or these people who are playing on console who just want to play Ryu and Ken and just throw Shoryus in mid-screen and giggle. That's what it's for, and it's fire for that. The whole game, holistically, I think is probably one of the most balanced and also like well-rounded fighting games I've ever seen. Like every character has something really unique and a reason to play them, but at the same time, no character, at least I think, I've dabbled in a little bit of every character, is like so complex where it's hard to understand what they do, and that's really difficult.
Now, this is a super, super noob question that I'm just asking, but I have
Sure.
not
This
ever
is the
really
place
been
of
into the
learning,
scene.
man. Don't even worry about it.
Is the assisted combo thing, like where you hold down R2, has that always been a thing, or is that modern controls, or like what's going on there?
I think that's
So,
modern
like,
dynamic controls only.
Not
Yeah.
the drive. No, the drive is.
Oh no, yeah, it's
like
the modern
PlayStation.
thing
If
where
you
you
use
hold
modern
down.
controls, you can hold the auto button.
Oh.
And you can do auto combos with one button.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. So that's
new.
modern controls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, man, like I've always been pretty good with Cammy. That's like kind of the only character I've ever played in Street Fighter, and I've never really dabbled in DJ. But man, DJ is so much fun in this, and I feel like I have gotten better with DJ because of those assisted combo things. And I feel like for people like me who are more like, I love fighting games. Obviously, I'm huge into pretty much every major fighting game that comes out other than Mortal Kombat, and I feel like it's gotten me into playing it more competitively than I've ever played a Street Fighter before.
Yeah, bro. I mean, the modern controls are awesome, bro. Like the fact that obviously there's a trade-off for using modern controls. You do 20% less damage. But just the fact that it's more accessible is always a good thing. Any fighting game that's more accessible, and if it's accessible, then people will inevitably convert over and actually like maybe fully learn what they're doing as far as like playing competitively. But either way, the more people that can play, the better for sure. Especially a fighting game.
The best thing about modern is that I feel like a lot of people can still keep up with the classic players. Like even the top players, some of them are even considering switching to modern just because.
No, bro. I was
not
seeing,
only
not only are people considering switching, but a lot of people, like a lot of Japanese players, are actually using modern already just because you can react so quickly to things. You can one button DP.
That was my point.
Somebody throws out a DI, one button super. Like that's just crazy.
You could like frame one anti or something like on a reaction with modern control.
I have never ever in my life played Blanca. And now I find myself playing Blanca because
this is the coolest Blanca's ever been.
That's actually crazy. I might try Blanca with modern
so much fun.
I can't play charge characters, so I'd much rather use a charge
all I gotta say,
with the modern.
Mike's modern Honda actually on some crack. Like Mike's Mike's cooking up some shit over there, man.
Mike's modern Honda sounds like a Saturday cartoon. Yeah, that shit funny as shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's 10 o'clock in the morning, bro. Mike's modern Honda, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit fire.
This discussion is going differently than what I thought, because I believe that modern controls would cause like a rift where people would be gatekeeping and being like, it's too easy.
Well, no, those are the scrubs that are really just saying.
Like I said, there's a damage trade-off, which is already kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if people want to play like that, then they're giving something up for it, and it's not like they're automatically better than you because they're doing it. Like,
yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of how it is in Smash too. Obviously, it's like with Ryu and Ken. If you do the actual inputs, they do more damage.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Not that shocking at all.
Yeah.
And also another thing, like it's such like a Japanese like fighting game player, like historically, that's such a like it. Of course, Japanese players are considering modern or even just straight up playing modern because they're just like, I just have to win neutral like 2.5 more times and I get the same damage. Like that's
right.
like
bro. Takedo uses modern.
That's what I'm
Luke,
saying,
bro. And Takedo's best in the world ever to touch this goddamn game.
Like Takedo is crazy because he knows like my neutral hella nice. So if like I don't really give a,
it's like why not use modern if it like increases your chances of punishing on reaction, like
especially because you could still do the inputs, right? Even if you have the modern controls, you could still
the only downside is you lose some normals and you just get the damage debuff. Like some characters like lose out on really strong options like aerial options or low media options.
Mm-hmm. Is that is the damage debuff for like every move, or is it just for the shortcuts?
I thought it was just for the shortcuts.
I thought it was
if you do the actual input, then you still get the actual damage.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think it's just the shortcuts. Yeah.
I thought it was everything. I always thought like. The thing is about this game in particular, like I'm watching everything and I'm reading and people are, finding out all the frame data for everything. It's one of the things, especially when it comes to modern and classic, where let's take Zangief for example. Like Zangief is a huge hurdle for people because like when a new player sees a grappler, they're like, I want to play the big cool Russian guy, and then you realize the best thing about him is doing SPD. And then you look at it, you're like, oh, I have to spin the thing 360 degrees to do this shit. Fuck all this, and then can never do it.
Yeah.
And now you can hit one button, do an SPD, and that's very inviting to players. But at the same time, if you are over here and you take the time to learn Classic, all of a sudden you get to play, like, then you become Snake Eye. Like, not literally, but if you watch Snake Eyes play, you're like, oh, like Snake Eyes isn't even optimal yet, which is the craziest. And he's over here playing neutral like crazy with all these conversions.
Speaking of modern, just got my modern Marissa to platinum.
There you go,
Very
bro.
easy.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right. Very nice.
I want to mess with modern either Blanca, Honda, or I don't know who the other one would be.
I will tell you right now, like, the fact that I was doing well with Modern Blanca says to me that you would do fantastic with Modern Blanca. Because, again, I'm not normally a competitive kind of fighting game player unless it's, like, not. Honestly, even with the anime games, it's not the case. Maybe One Piece Burning Blood is about it, but that's not 2D. That's
I think Jury's very good on Modern.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, because Jury, she does, like, those spin kick things, right?
Yeah, like her
Like 2 in a row
her
and then
damage, the damage debuff on her, I don't think really matters too much. And
Yeah.
like you get the very easy anti-airs. It's very easy to play her in neutral with modern
I
controls.
think I saw
Jury's
a video
super fun.
actually where they were breaking down like what characters are the best with modern because some different characters lose different buttons.
Yeah.
So I think with her they said you should still learn how to do the quarter circle back for the charge, but outside of that you're probably fine.
Yeah, the light spin kick definitely seems like a core part of her kit, and you have to do the motion for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm going through it tough on this particular game when it comes to controls because I'm also learning hitbox at the same time, and it is I've never felt so bad at a fighting game, but the thing is, if this game was any less fun, I would stop playing probably or switch.
Sure.
But the fact that the game is so fun, despite me like learning a whole new control scheme and basically retraining my brain from every other version of every other fighting game I've ever played ever, it's like this game is, and it doesn't look that bad. Like I thought this game was gonna look horrendous when I first saw it. It doesn't look that bad. Yeah, like when we first saw like this fucking picture of Luke and we saw this fucking paint flying everywhere, I was like, this shit is not gonna look.
Some people still think it looks bad, but
Really?
I don't know about all of that. Yeah.
The only way I ever think it looks bad is like when you're in the battle hub and there's weird lighting with some of the creative characters. Because people will like push the jaw out really far or do weird things with it. And then it has like a kind of flat, plasticky, weird look. But I think when you're actually playing with any of the main characters online, like in Fighting Training Ground or whatever, it's fine. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, no, I think it looks good.
I think sometimes during like core gameplay, the faces and hair look a little weird, but like during supers and close-ups and everything, it all looks fine.
Yeah, those look good. Yeah.
How do we feel about now that we've seen a lot of them, but now that we've had some time? Roger, how do we feel about Kami's redesign, bro? Have we seen the light? Have we seen the light?
Still, I like the outfit. I still don't like the hair at all.
Right, that's fine.
I like.
I honestly think it's growing on me a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't mind anything that they changed on her. She looks fine to
Like,
me.
I think she's fine. It doesn't bother me the same way it did when I first saw it. But also, to be fair, if you go back and listen to the Japan Times last year when a lot of that stuff was leaking, I did not like half of those designs when they were just like drawn out on a piece of paper, like the 2D concept art of them. But then when you see them in the game, I think they look fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the characters look great. Like, there are some characters too.
I don't understand, though. I will say this. And it's well documented on Japan Time that I do not like weird bangs. And I don't know what is up with the character designs this time around. Marissa, Manon, that other character that's going to be in the DLC, they all have these weird angular bangs. And it's like, cut it out, bro.
No.
Give them a normal hair.
I don't mind Manon.
Gladiator helmet on.
But Marita
I know, but
makes
the
sense.
gladiator helmet things, I know. I understand hers. But like,
Marissa's doesn't look that bad though. I don't think.
Well,
I mean, I played.
Manon.
Oh no, sorry,
Dude, her
Manon.
second costume is fire.
Manon's second costume.
No,
Marissa's.
Marissa's second costume.
Oh,
the Urian shit.
The
I hate
suit?
that shit.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I haven't seen any of the other second costumes.
Go ahead, check them out on YouTube.
I will, I'll look it up
She's
right
wearing
now.
she's wearing she has like the Urian suit fit. I think I hate about it is that she has like this.
I like that actually. Wait
She
a
has a
minute.
weird ass scarf for no reason. What are you doing?
I
Take that off.
I fuck with the scarf. No,
I hate that scarf. This shit ruins the whole outfit for me, bro.
What kind of inputs does she use? She's not a charge character, right?
No, she has quarter circles.
She's just quarter circles.
Yeah, quarter
and a DP
circles.
motion.
But but she has a lot of hold. She's a hold character.
Yeah, she's a whole character. So like her
God,
her main thing is like she has like this hold punch where if you hold it down it hits
shatters
off twice.
it shatters armor too. So it
it has armor.
I've been hit by that. Yes.
Yeah.
Her level 1, if you hold her level 1 and someone hits you, it like immediately reacts to that and like punishes the hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of her stuff's like that as well. So like she can hold normals too, which is cool.
I might dab.
I like Manon's other alt outfit. I think that looks better.
Yeah.
With the sunglasses.
I love the ballerina judo shit. That shit fire to me. The default, that shit crazy to me.
Such a unique character. What were they cooking up back then?
Bro, they were going crazy.
What were they cooking up, bro?
But crack, obviously. But the thing is, fuck everything y'all are saying. The best costume in the game is Kimberly's alt.
Facts. Actually, facts.
Kimberly's
alt is actually cool.
Is the best costume in the game. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm right. That shit is crazy. Go look that shit up, Ricky.
No. Look up regular glowy hair, right?
Look up regular Kimberly first. Look up regular Kimberly first, and then look up.
Looks like. I thought, okay.
Okay, you see regular Kimberly?
The alt.
Yeah. And then look up
costume
2 or alt costume
with like the red visor and
she has the visor,
the white crop top. Yeah, it's cool.
Like, and her hair.
Oh, this is amazing.
That shit's crazy.
That should have been her default design. In all honesty,
I agree.
Oh, I agree. I think she has a different hairstyle and everything.
That's what I think that should be the default.
I think they kept the current default because it fits more in line with the Bushin Ryu. Like Dan's student, so she very much looks like she took Dan's style and changed it slightly.
Student.
No, she's
yeah, guy. Sorry, I said why the hell said Dan?
I swear
guy.
she's a Ryu student.
No, she's guy student.
It's guy. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. It's guy. My bad.
Dan will be in there eventually, though. They're going to throw him in there, I'm sure.
He'll be last.
He's like the joke character.
I actually don't even know if he will, because they
He'll be the evil Ryu of this game.
They gave her a lot of his moves.
They
put a lot of guy.
Really?
Not
we're
Dan.
talking about Dan. We're talking about
Dan.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean?
Probably.
Yeah, we're talking about Dan. Dan will be in the game.
I got you. Okay.
I honestly hope that all of the characters that were featured in the World Tour art are characters in the future.
Oh,
like
the
Bosch
key
and
art
stuff.
Yeah. Because like in Guile's character story, like he brings up Nash and like we see glimpses of like the twins and Adon and stuff like that.
You see T-Hawk and Lilies, right? And
yeah,
T-Hawk's
honestly, but T-Hawk, I feel like we don't need to see T-Hawk. Oh, I derained from Platinum. Fuck.
You'll get it back, bro. As long as you win more.
Man, these DJs, man. It's these DJs, bro.
Yeah. So we have Rashid, Akuma, whatever the final boss chick, whatever her name is.
Right.
What are the other two? SO6.
It's Akuma, Ed,
Rashid.
Aki,
yeah,
and
Rashid. That's right.
Ed. There we go. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think I know at least probably 3 of the next battle pass. And
the one to me that like they have to put in. I cannot believe this is still not the case. Is Crimson Viper.
Bro,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like literally the only character
they went through all of Street Fighter V and there was no Crimson Viper. I'm like, what are you doing? That was the only character from 4 that I liked.
Even worse, she's in so many like people's like
I know.
arcade
it's like, what
stuff.
are you
She's
doing,
there,
man. Crimson Viper's got to be in there, man.
And like Jury is actually the only character from Street Fighter 4 to ever show up in another game so far.
Really?
Elena would also be fire. I would love to see Elena.
Only character that got introduced in 4. No.
So for sure, based off of the story and everything like that, you're getting Cody.
Okay, wait, Seth. I forgot.
Cody's for sure in the game. Vega is also in the game.
I was about to ask.
Vega is for sure in the game.
Sure.
Vega's for sure in the game. And the reason why Vega's in the game, for sure, first of all, Vega's a classic character. They put all the classic characters basically in every game, basically, for the most part. So that's for sure. I'm of the opinion, and I could be wrong, but like I think it's like other than Dan, I think Dan is guaranteed, but I think we get Dan like maybe 2 years from now. I don't think we get him in 2024 or 5-ish, which is when the next battle pass will probably start. So you got Cody, you got Cody, you got Vega. I think you get Balrog because we don't have a boxer.
Yeah, Vega and Balrog
people are gonna want Dudley. It's going to be Balrog, and you just have to hold that. Like you just have to hold that.
You know who I think would go crazy in this game's system is fucking Makoto.
I was gonna say I like
fun.
Makoto. I also think as well I think Sean's in this game.
True. I
don't think it's Laura. I think it's Sean, and I think you do get like
Skullomania.
No, I think it's Mika.
When they putting Green Hand in the game.
Bro, that's what I've been. Can we talk about it? No. Let's be fair. He don't need green hand. He got green body. You feel me? He got green body now. He got green body now, bro.
Also,
how many people
Ed
are in
is
the
a
base,
boxer,
base
by the
roster?
way.
Ed's a boxer?
Yeah, Ed's a boxer.
Ed's a boxer,
On the
but
base
like
roster?
He's the original modern controls, bro.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's the original modern controls.
But I'm talking about like a like one of the, you know what I'm saying, like he's a like Balrog or Bison or however you want to,
yeah,
whatever.
we know what
like
you're
he's a classic,
like an actual boxer, yeah.
like he's a boxer
not
in
a
the
person
games.
with a boxing fighting style.
Yeah,
or actual boxer.
Right.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, Ricky, it's 18. There's 18 characters in the base roster of this one.
Correct.
And then
So-
the 4
so
that
then-
they're adding already that we know about. So 22.
So then, all the people that Tito's mentioning is that
No.
No.
or paid
We're
DLC.
speculating that it'll
Yeah,
be,
we're
well, it'd be
speculating.
paid. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the story, because of the story. First of all, like I think Cody is. I would probably put stakes on Cody. Like they're in Metro City. Cody's mentioned several times. He's literally everywhere. Like Cody's in the game. Vega, Sean, Balrog. But if it's Dudley, I'll be happy for people. Even though everybody's asking for Dudley. None of you play Dudley. Shut up.
How do you
shit
know?
that pisses me off. No, every time I'm like, hey, bro, they're like, man, I want Dudley. I'm like, oh, you play Dudley? He's like, nah, bro, I never. Shut up.
You ain't gotta play him to fuck with him though. Dudley cool.
I'm just.
I want to see Dudley too.
Dudley cool and all, but they just say you want to say just say you want to see Smug go crazy. Just be honest. That's what it is. And then Sean somewhere around there, but I also think Mika is pretty good. Is pretty there as well.
Viper just makes I
want
don't know
Viper.
why they haven't put Viper in again. It just makes no sense to me.
Wasn't she in Street Fighter 5? Like she's in the story?
No.
No,
she's
not
she's
not-
in the
not-
story.
That's what I meant.
They
not
never
play.
put
I
her
know
in.
she wasn't playable. Trust me, I know she wasn't
Well, they
playable.
reference her in this one too. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
she's
So
in
it's
like people's arcade modes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they also put her in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but they haven't brought her back. It's kind of weird.
only in SF4.
They gotta bring
yeah.
her back this time. I
Yeah,
feel
absolutely.
like they're gonna go out of their way to people please for this one, anyways.
Definitely.
As far as, like,
definitely.
Fan service goes.
On the
sounds
topic
like
of fan
they can
service,
double it, too.
I kind of want to go back real quick to something, which is you guys were talking about the World Tour mode, the single player mode.
Yeah.
Why do people hate it? Is it just because it's kind of grindy and you do a lot of side missions? And
Well, people. When I say people, obviously we're talking about the subset of the subset, which is the people
Sure,
on the
of course.
internet who complain about things. Which is, they don't understand because 95% of people who talk like that on the internet are either competitive players or don't play casual settings in these fighting games.
Yeah.
So they don't know who it's for. It's not for you, bro. It's for the people who are like, yo, that's kind of funny. Like, I can make a character and I can walk around and I can hang out with Ryu and I can talk to Chun-Li and I can make my character look like Macho Man Randy Savage and then I could uppercut a grandma. Like, they can do all that shit. They can do all that shit.
I'm
and they don't.
enjoying it. I mean,
Yeah, but even
that's what I'm
competitive
saying.
players have been. I've been seeing people play just
That's
so they
what
can
I'm
unlock
saying.
skins and stuff.
yeah.
I'm
I have
talking about before
my
it
battle
came out.
hub. My battle hub creator character is Vivi from One Piece, and she's got like the little frilly Reverie top and the light blue hair, and she's got Chun-Li's fighting style, and it's great. I'm having a good time just like playing through it.
Oh, that's a good
I think
idea.
I think I'm halfway through right now. I'm like chapter 8, I want to say. I did like Marissa and DJ and Blanca's little quest, and that's kind of where I stopped. But I mean, I'll probably beat it. I'm having fun with it. It's just like a fun way to unwind at the end of a night. You play, World Tour for like half an hour.
It's so
and do
funny,
some
too,
side
dude.
missions. Yeah, and it's genuinely funny. The writing
it's
is really
cool
good.
that they made it the way to unlock like more costumes for the game, like to get everyone's second outfit in the game without having to pay for them.
Yes.
It is super grindy though. That's the only thing.
It is fairly grindy.
Well, yeah, because do you need like 100 rank with the teacher or
So
something?
you
in
need
order
to get
it?
like max friendship with everything, and like it's easy to do.
Ugh.
You just got to get their gift items and all of that, but
Yeah.
you have to grind for the money and then go out of your way to get those specific items, and it's time consuming.
It's
Yeah.
about 9 to 12 hours. Just the
The
story.
World Tour?
Yeah, just the story, not 100%ing everybody. That's what I've been seeing. People go like somewhere between 9 to 12 hours. That's with no side content. That's just power bombing through the story.
Wasn't that about how long Subspace was? Wasn't Subspace about that long in Brawl?
I could be wrong.
Like 8 or 9? Because I think it was like 4, and then they doubled it.
I feel like Subspace is like 12.
Longer. Really?
Yeah.
Because Great Cave by itself is like 3.
I don't think like
Right,
Great
that's
Cave
right,
added
that's
a
right,
lot to
that's right.
Space at the end.
Right. Where it's like the little Metroidvania Great Cave
Yeah.
thing. I forgot about that. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying it though. I also Fighting Ground has been fun, just doing casual matches. Battle Hub is fun. Have you guys done extreme matches yet?
I have
didn't
not, and
do.
I still want to do some.
They're
They're
kind
funny.
of fun. Yeah, you get weird. One of them though, I was against a guy who was clearly a much better player than me, and I got something where it was like a heal upon every hit, and the other guy, it was like I think he got it where his defenses were halved or something, and I just destroyed him, and I could tell right away that he was angry because then I got back to the Battle Hub and he started spamming all this like nasty shit to me. So,
Dude, the Battle Hub chat is like one of the best features of this game.
it's fun.
The amount of salt I've been seeing people type up has been insane.
Yeah.
I think my favorite extreme mode is the one where each player has like the 4 objectives. So like it'll be like knock down 3 times or do 5 projectiles. It's like bingo. It's fun.
I don't know how many people that are watching that don't know about it yet, but Capcom released like a little mini battle pass yesterday that has like a few items that they're neat, but nothing too crazy. Like you can get some small summer outfit options, some like other than the outfits, the battle pass doesn't offer too much. It's just something I'm pretty disappointed about because I wish there were like actual costumes for characters, not just for your avatar. But it's like titles and stuff like that, like stuff for your phone, like screenshot frames. It's nothing too crazy.
Speaking of things that Capcom released that's not really too crazy, things were just kind of neat and fine, was the Capcom Showcase that happened today. Not really a lot of new announcements during this thing. There was one very weird one where they showed a trailer apologizing for the delay of one of their new games. Yes, it was actually that bad.
Yeah,
And
Pragmata,
a lot
I
of
got
it-
all about that thing.
A lot of it was
forgot
recap.
about that too.
Yep, they did another recap trailer for Resident Evil 4 VR mode. They showed a recap thing for Battle Network Collection in the very beginning. There was a weird portion of the thing that was focused on their 40th anniversary website where you can play Mega Man on your browser. There's all kinds of weird things during it, but no new Monster Hunter. And they didn't show more of that game that they showed at the Xbox showcase, their new IP that has you fighting yokai or whatever. I thought for sure that was going to be during this showcase.
They showed the same trailer.
Yeah.
I was like,
Instead, they focused a lot on Exoprimal, which is their new dinosaur IP that I think is also getting a crossover with Street Fighter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody was so
And,
confused when they saw Ryu with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I
And
thought
then-
that was a costume, man.
In addition to that, we got another trailer for that Ghost Trick Phantom Detective port, which is cool that they're actually
So
releasing
am
that.
I crazy that like, why does this game need a demo? it's
Yeah, I
very
don't know
old
why
at this
there's a
point.
demo of it. I guess maybe because it's weird and people
what
don't
if
know what they're getting.
Yeah, what
and-
if I randomly play it and it's fun and I want to buy it? I thought that was the whole point.
Yeah, I mean, so they showed a demo of that, and then the big announcement was that
Wait, did
Ace
y'all talk
Attorney
about
trilogy.
before you do it? Did y'all talk about the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life? Did y'all talk about that?
I
The
don't know.
pragmata shit.
Oh, I said that right at the very beginning.
Okay,
They literally had a trailer for the delay of the game.
Okay, yeah.
The main character, the little girl, was sitting there writing on a piece of paper, and then when you see the piece of paper, it says 2022 crossed out, 2023 crossed out, and then now it's just question marks. And it
Well,
says,
they at least showed some gameplay.
Which is
Yeah.
the
I can't
funniest
imagine
thing.
that.
Because now, when you really think about it, like if you really think about it, somebody had to make that trailer.
Oh yeah,
Multiple
Yeah,
people
yeah.
had to make. Somebody had to make that assets, which means
Time
they're
that could have gone into making the
No,
game was
no,
spent
no, no,
making
no, no,
that.
no, no. That's what I'm saying. That means they're so far behind. The time they lost making it didn't matter. That's what, like, that's really
If you've not seen the little notes from the
Whoa.
trailer, I just put it in the Japan Time call right now, but I added Ricky, and it's literally what I said. It's a little, and it's from the actual trailer. Yeah.
That's actually wild.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma.
Yes, and that was the big thing, right? Is that at the ending they showed more of Dragon's Dogma, but I'm not
the same trailer.
Familiar.
They showed more
familiar with
gameplay.
Dragon's Dogma.
The first trailer, yes, it was the same, and then they showed more gameplay afterwards. You've never played Dragon's Dogma?
The other question I had, I've heard of it, I've heard people talk about it, I've heard it's good, but when I watched the Dragon Dogmas 2 portion, they were basically like, oh yeah, and you have this one character with you and these two other sub-party members. Yeah, and they're controlled by CPUs, they're not actual people, so you can't play this multiplayer with other people?
You can.
No, you can't.
I swear you can.
No, you can't.
No.
I looked, that was the original Dragon's Dogma 2, it's all single player. And this Dragon Dogma 2, not TO, but 2, is also single player. So what it works is when you start the game, okay, slight spoilers for Dragon's Dogma. It's not serious spoilers, it's part of the game. You get killed by the dragon. When you wake up, the pawn is there. You have to go make a pawn. And that pawn is basically your partner who's with you through the whole rest of the game. And when you do stuff, like if you have friends on your friends list, they can go and rent your pawn to fight with them. So it's almost like you're with them, but it's your pawn that's with them.
What's a pawn?
It's an NPC character that you make. That is like the second to your main character, and it's with you throughout the story.
I was gonna say Fidel for Aru, but whatever, that's fine.
Oh shit.
So I get it. So I was hoping they would have gave us actual co-op because Dragon's Dogma Online exists. Like there was a whole MMO. I played a little bit of it, but it was a whole MMO they released, Dragon's Dogma Online, that was obviously co-op. But no, they're going back to the pawn system.
Can I ask a question to people in chat and for our audio Spotify listeners, which we really appreciate you guys listening on Spotify, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah. Follow us on Spotify.
Also catch the live stream if you can. But for people in chat, how many of y'all have actually played this shit? Because like the first one, because like in terms of the Capcom IPs and shit like that, like this is like I was in the people talk about Power Stone where they talk about Dragon's Dogma. So I'm just like,
so I would
kind of answer that.
I would love a Power Stone too, but I love the shit out of Dragon's Dogma. But I'm also a person that loves that high fantasy style. But it's actually like legitimately, it was one of the last games I picked that I knew nothing about. Just bought it, played it. The song comes on in the title screen. Like, what the hell did I just purchase? And like, it's so good. Like, it's one of those games when I finally played it, I went all the way through. I got the actual ending of the game and the decisions you have to make, and it's like I haven't played a game that's made me have to think about this kind of stuff in a while. That's an RPG, a game like this. I love Power. I was gonna say Power Stone. I love Dragon's Dogma.
He was talking about Power Stone the entire time.
Right. I believe it. That's how
I would take a Power Stone 3. Don't get me wrong, but I actually really love Dragon's Dogma.
I feel like the other reason why it has a lot of hype right now and why you see them really pushing it is because if you follow like video game news places or if you follow like video game podcasts, a lot of really hardcore video game people and video game journalists adore the first Dragon's Dogma. It's like the game that's made for people that, it's one of those kind of games. It's like a prestige kind of game. I feel.
It's an Oscar movie.
I mean, kind of. But I think it's genuinely fun, right? There's nothing against it. And again, I haven't had the chance to play it, but I've heard nothing but good things from people whose opinions I respect. But it definitely seems like the kind of thing where it's like a gamer's kind of game.
Sure. Yeah, like even like combat. So you're thinking about people talking about like action stuff with regards to combat. Like you see it in the trailer a little bit. A big part of Dragon's Dogma is when you're fighting these giant enemies, and they are giant compared to the size of your character. You literally jump on top of them and climb up them to try and attack parts of them. And like they show the pawn for launching up too. I mean,
okay, well,
Child Colossus is a real different
I hope it's
scale,
good.
But yeah.
I just hope it's good.
It'll probably be good.
Now,
and another Capcom game I really quickly want to say I hope is good is the new IP that got revealed during the Xbox showcase, which is Path of the Goddess. I hope I'm saying the name right. It's Kunitsugami. A new tale of the Kami awaits. It looks very cool. Initially, I thought that was Monster Hunter for a second, because it looked like the little shrines from Monster Hunter Rise, and then when the yokai started popping out of it, I was like, what the heck is this? But I mean, it looks really cool.
Look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, that's cool and all. Another Capcom event come and go. No Beautiful Joe. Another Capcom event. Another no Power Stone. And look, we know they're working on Monster Hunter World 2 back there. We know that. I see you. You can hide behind your cubicle.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
they're making more Resident Evil 4 stuff.
You could crouch. You could crouch down back there underneath your desk and shit. Go ahead, but I see you. You're right there. I'm pointing at you. I don't want
It's
you.
probably
Like, stop it.
it's probably because Dragon's Dogma makes more money than Beautiful Joe.
That's
not
questionable.
true.
I
That's
don't know the
Joe had an
sales
anime?
figures.
Like,
I don't know the
Joe had
sales
a
figures. for
franchise.
Dragon
Beautiful
Ball, so
Joe.
that's
Beautiful Joe not
questionable.
only has an anime, but Beautiful Joe was in a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And Dragon's Dogma basically has not existed besides like every
Yes.
time it's the 10-year
Yeah.
anniversary of Dragon's Dogma. You dropped one game, then an MMO that was Asia only, and that's it. They haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
Rio Kami, man. I want
what's the
Okami.
holdup? That doesn't even make any sense. If
Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma does also have an anime on Netflix now.
What do you mean it doesn't make
Pretty
any
okay.
sense?
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, well,
why would Capcom deny a money-making opportunity by
I'm going to tell you why.
not
I'm going to
making-
tell you why,
yeah,
Ricky.
a Beautiful
Okay?
Joe?
The reason why is because they are stupid. The same way that Xbox is stupid.
The same way
that
Nintendo.
Xbox is stupid that they have not made another Banjo game. How the heck?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be more
Another
complicated.
year
I mean,
of an Xbox showcase without
what are
a
you talking
Banjo
about,
game.
Roger? Nuts
Why
and
in
bolts
the
is right
world-
there.
No.
You
But
sound
why
hurt.
in the world did
put some respect
Nintendo
on
make
nuts and
Tears
bolts.
of the Kingdom, which is
I
basically
thought you said
Zelda
respect
nuts
on
and
my
bolts?
nuts. What? I was
And
like, whoa.
Nintendo on top of that put Banjo in Smash Brothers and put respect on Banjo's name. Nintendo is literally doing a better job with Banjo than Microsoft. What is going on? They could make so much money,
Well,
and they're just not doing it. So
I
I
will
feel you're
say-
saying, Tito, with Monster Hunter. I do. I feel like that with Microsoft and Banjo.
No. But here's the thing. Monster Hunter
has to
makes a
be.
shit ton of money.
oh, it does.
So that's the difference. Like
All I gotta say,
it's not close, Roger. You know it's not close.
I know it's
Monster
not
Hunter-
Okay,
close, but I
whoa.
mean, come on.
Monster Hunter
all I
makes-
gotta say is that Capcom's been doing phenomenally well recently, and we gotta
Oh,
respect
yeah,
their
of
game.
No,
right
of
now.
course.
Of course. Battle Network
course.
Collection, Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter Sunbreak. I mean, there's obviously Resident Evil. There's been a lot of
Resident
great
Evil.
stuff.
Now, what I will say, what you feel about Banjo and Microsoft,
Yes.
I feel about Sly Cooper and PlayStation. So
Well,
we're-
you're-
go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so Sucker Punch is moving on.
Yeah.
So that's
Sucker
kinda
You're
Punch
rough.
is going to be working on other stuff for a while.
So like the thing with Microsoft, because there's like documentaries about how KI got made, right? And the big thing is someone at Microsoft has to want to be the person to shepherd or like champion something that they want to see made. And if no one does that, then it just doesn't get made.
I mean, while we're here, let's talk about that Xbox showcase then, because I will say, despite me being angry there was no Banjo, I do feel like overall this is the best one they've ever done.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it was
Like,
very good.
In a long time.
Far and away, I thought.
What did they announce? What did I miss?
Okay, well, I mean, I have a
They announced
whole
a
bunch
lot.
of stuff here. Yeah, they announced a lot of stuff. So there are 2 brand new IPs built for Xbox that are getting released. One is called South of Midnight, which is by the developer Compulsion, and another one is Clockwork Revolution, which is being made by In Exile. The latter literally looks like BioShock Infinite. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was the new
Very much
BioShock
like
Infinite.
Infinite.
When-
No, yeah, it's Bioshock Infinite plus Prince of Persia. That's literally what
Yes.
it is.
With some steampunk aspects,
Yes.
obviously. Yeah. And I mean, the propaganda photos looked the same. They had like their version of the Big Daddy with that giant robot. But apparently, they've come out and said that the game is an RPG, which is kind of
Well,
cool.
I mean, Infinite is also an RPG technically.
I guess. Yeah, I guess it could be considered that.
It
but-
is. It is. Especially Infinite is way more of an RPG than. If I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
but
if I'm
something-
being objective.
Something that's unequivocally an RPG, though, is Fable, which finally got another
Yes.
trailer after all this
I-
time.
I'm so happy because like finally seeing a trailer for Fable and seeing like the comedy they're going with, because like Fable's a game that never really took itself seriously. Now Peter Molyneux is over there wishing the entire fucking world and not delivering that. But Fable as a game has never been super serious with what it does. So I like that what they showcase in this is that the new studio gets that.
Yeah, the guy from the IT crowd is a giant. I didn't recognize anybody else in it, but yeah, it looks like it could be fun. So they showed that. They had the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator announced, which is that
That
now
was
you can basically
A very
have
cool
jobs.
announcement.
Yeah, you have like you could be a airlift paramedic, you could be a firefighter, you could crop dust if you want.
They just kept going. There was so many
Yeah.
things you could do.
Yeah, it looked fun. They also
And
said
Dune.
that there's. Yeah, that's right. And Dune is getting a collaboration with it as well, right? And speaking of collaborations, there's also going to be a Legend of Monkey Island collaboration with Sea of Thieves, which again is
Man.
what Rare's working on instead of Banjo. But
I know. It's just like I think about Rareware and how like previously they used to put out like 6 games a generation, and for these past 2 generations, it's just been Sea of Thieves.
Which
It's
I mean,
so
no
sad.
hate to Sea of Thieves. Like I'm
Yeah, Sea of
sure
Thieves
I
is
would
great.
enjoy it.
I
Yeah.
think that's their highest player base right now.
Like
Xboxes?
Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's why they can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Like, where's
I'm,
Everwild, man?
I'm pretty sure it's higher than Halo.
Yeah, I'm very
Yes,
surprised we
where's
did not see
Everwild?
Everwild.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
what
thought
was
for a
that?
second that climbing simulator was going to be that, but it isn't.
Yeah, what was the name of that game?
I don't know if that's ever coming out.
Jasant, I think, right?
I'm actually playing that right now.
The Climber game?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
there's a demo for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Jasant. I was right. Okay.
And then there were a bunch of other games, but one of the really big surprises from this Xbox showcase, actually multiple big surprises, got leaked the day before by Atlas, which is the remake of Persona 3 called Persona 3 Reload. And this made me super happy. Persona 5 Tactica, which is a Persona 5 strategy game.
Yeah, it looks like XCOM.
The P5
Yeah, it
glazing is real, man.
Well, people love Persona 5, obviously, and they're not. I
Okay,
mean, they know they
but
can
real
make money
fast
off
though,
of it.
this is a little. I mean, I know what's
And
it's,
very
Sega,
different.
right? And Sega's like,
Yeah.
hey, we got a good thing. Let's keep going. But at least Atlas is delivering solid games when they do that. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
there's like 7 Persona 5 games, if you count Persona 5 itself and Royal separately,
and there's
because you have to
not
buy them
the
twice.
only Persona 5 game that matters. Where is Persona 5 Arena? Where is it?
It'll be after this. It's next year. It
Wait,
is next year
that's
for
cap.
sure.
We do need
That's-
that.
I don't think so, man. I really think we're gonna get P5 Arena before P6.
sure hope so.
I would. I
Persona
also
6 is
hope
probably
so.
at least 2 years off, especially because we saw that trailer during the Xbox thing for Metaphor, the
yeah,
Refantazio.
yeah,
game.
Metaphor definitely looked like this was
That
pitched
looks
as
like
P6
Persona.
and they changed it to something
Now,
else.
now this is a real question, because I'm thinking about P4 Arena in my head. Are there
Okay.
enough characters in P5?
Oh my god, of course.
Yeah.
No, but I'm like, okay, so you have the thieves, that's 7 of them,
Uh-huh.
right?
Of course.
You have Akechi, that's 8.
Yes.
You have ballerina chick, that's 9.
Uh-huh.
But you would do
Stewie?
what P4 Arena did and just bring back the cast from the last game.
Oh,
Also, you could just have
That's true.
there's a bunch of other characters you could throw in there that don't necessarily need to be like the main characters. You could put I mean, the Warden would be fun. You could throw the Warden in there. You could
Throw in some
in
Shimigami.
Caroline and
characters.
Justine. You could have them as like a twin fighter.
yeah. You could also
That'd be
throw
kinda
in.
fun.
You could throw in the doctor too. I'm seeing that. In
You
the
could throw in the
chat.
doctor. You could throw in what's her face's older
Yeah.
sister, the detective.
Yeah,
Sai.
the detective Sai.
Do a
She
whole
just,
bunch
has
of
a,
them.
she just has a gun.
Kamoshida with the volleyball and like the king hat.
Oh no,
I mean,
no,
they
no,
could
no, no, no,
definitely
no,
do
no, no,
something.
no, no! You can't have him. You can't have him.
Why? Everyone beats up
No, no.
Kamoshida. I think
No,
he'd be
no,
a good
no.
joke character.
Get him out of here.
Everyone punches him in the face.
No, no, no. He's
I
just
think
in the
it'd be good.
he's just in the background. He's getting like he's like getting his dick stomped by somebody. Like it's just in the background.
There you go. No, but I
think it's,
I
I just
think
don't.
it could be
The
really
reason
cool.
why, Roger, I just don't like. If he's in the game, he has the potential to be good, and I don't care.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
you don't
playing-
want people beating Kamoshida.
I don't want to be like,
no.
yeah, bro. I'm a Kamoshida
No, I understand.
man.
I understand.
I'm a Kamoshida
no.
main, bro. Yeah.
No,
Like,
get them out of here. No. But yeah, so unfortunately, the 2 of the Atlas things leaked, but that Metaphor game did not leak, and it does look really good.
Yeah.
Like you said, McGareth, it straight up look. I thought it was
The
Persona 6
menuing,
first.
everything. I'm like, this must be Persona
Yeah.
6. And they're like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's like, okay. This most certainly was pitched as Persona 6. They decided not to
But
do it.
someone mentioned to me in my live chat during this that apparently this got announced in 2015. It was called like Refantasy or something, and then they just never touched it for years, and they finally decided to make it, and that's why we're getting it now. But yeah, I thought it was something brand new that we had never heard of before, and I guess technically it is because
Yeah.
it's like a new version of that.
Here's a-
But yeah, it is based on something that was announced
Here's
years
a
ago.
There's a trailer on GameSpot from 2017 for this. Project
Yeah, there you go.
Refantasy. Oh.
There you go. But yeah, the menus are so Persona-esque, and it looks really fun.
I think I got 8 points.
I'll definitely play it. In terms of other Xbox announcements, I guess the really big one, there were a couple other things. They showed Avowed, Forza Motorsport, more of Hellblade 2. There was a game called Towerborn that was there. City Skyline 2 was there as well.
Oh, Towerborn actually, real fast, screams Castle Crashers to me. That's one I'll probably actually
yeah.
check out.
Yeah,
Even
I
has,
noticed
like, the
like
little-
on a rewatch, it has the little pets.
Yeah, that's like the pets following you. Like, it's so Castle Crashers.
They also, this is probably the only thing we're going to bring up from the Ubisoft thing today, but it was announced during Xbox, so we'll bring it up too, was the Star Wars Outlaws game that's coming out. It's like some new game from Ubisoft that's like a first... Oh, I don't even know. It's not a first-person game, is it? It's like an action game. Now that I'm looking at this. So it's a third-person action game set in the Star Wars universe. Coming to Xbox Series X and Windows PC.
Also, this is one of the first Star Wars games that is not made by EA in a very long time.
Right. But I thought one of the best announcements during this was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is the new Yakuza game. It takes place in Hawaii, which I think is really cool. And I'm excited. I think the humor in the trailer was funny. The first Like a Dragon was really good. I do think it's weird that now the entire Yakuza franchise in North America and other territories is now being called Like a Dragon. It's no longer called Yakuza, which is bizarre. But this is obviously a continuation to the RPG that came out about 1.5 years ago. That was a really excellent game. So, yeah, I would highly recommend checking it out. I think it's on sale right now on Steam, isn't it?
But would you consider Yakuza and Like a Dragon two different?
No,
like
they're completely different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Dragon is an RPG and Yakuza is an action game.
That's what I'm saying. So like
right. But they're calling the series as a whole now Like a Dragon because Like a Dragon RPG was successful, and I guess the name in Japan translates to Like a Dragon, so it's always been called that in Japan, but now because Yakuza is more popular here, they're calling it Like a Dragon. So there was no name change in Japan, essentially.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they made that new, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a new series they made that plays like the old Yakuza games, right?
Right. And they're remaking some of the old ones. So, like, if you're a Yakuza fan, there is plenty to play. Honestly, Sega, they did a lot of stuff during these past couple days with the Atlas announcements and Like a Dragon and something else we're going to talk about a little bit later once we get to it. But the one big thing that Xbox focused on, though, during their Xbox showcase with their little direct for it right afterwards was Starfield. And if I may say this very quickly, every time Xbox has shown Starfield, I have thought it looks like the most boring, generic sci-fi game on the planet. And I'm like, why are they putting so much on this game? I understand Bethesda is, an acclaimed developer. They have a pretty good track record. So I get that people want this game to be good, but nothing from any of the trailers that I saw made it look like something that I would want to play. This Starfield Direct, after the Xbox showcase that was like 30 minutes of showing off what you could do in the game, made me legitimately interested, and now it's like one of my most anticipated games this year. So well done, Xbox, for making me actually interested in Starfield.
I think a lot of people are comparing it to No Man's Sky, and it's like kind of giving it a negative connotation because a lot of people still think of No Man's Sky as like that really bad, release game that had a lot of problems.
Sure.
But No Man's Sky right now is like actually a very great game to play. I never doubted Starfield, just like I never doubted Redfall, and I'm not gonna put it any further there. It is what it is.
Here's the thing.
I think the comparison's fair, but I feel like with Starfield, they've proven to me through that 30-minute video that there's more to it than No Man's Sky had initially. Like, at least if I go to another solar system, there will be some city or like some cool thing to find that sets me off on a different side quest or gives me something to upgrade my gear or upgrade my different skills. Like, it seems like it's worth it to go explore in this one. Whereas I feel like No Man's Sky was a lot of empty planets very early on.
I feel like
this is being made by
it's Bethesda. Yeah.
The same Bethesda that made Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls and Fallout, yes.
Yep.
Wait, why did you...
Bro, where have you been? Actually, where have you been?
No. I'm not asking that in general, like, I don't know that. I'm saying, why would you doubt Bethesda?
No, again, where have you been? They also dropped Fallout 76, which was a piece of shit.
Fallout 76 was horrible.
There's a reason to doubt them right now.
It's like Ricky doesn't have the internet when he's not on Discord. It's like Ricky,
Ricky did not have the internet for like 2 years. Longer. How long
okay,
were you gone?
I didn't know
3
that.
years? I mean, to be fair, you did not have the internet for a long time, so you
Yeah,
might not
yeah,
have known
for
a lot of this. Yeah.
So they tanked. Bethesda started like
It's like,
advocating the
okay,
bed?
so while you were away, Fallout 4 came out, was good, had Bethesda jank. Elder Scrolls Online came out, fell off almost immediately. They still support it though, has a community. Fallout 76 came out, was a steaming pile of garbage. Has been mostly fixed and support has community, but like their stock has gone down. So Starfield is like this big Hail Mary play that the early stuff they showed looked, like Roger said, it looked kind of bland. Like I didn't get that Bethesda feel, but this stuff, they went in, look at all these systems we have. You like stealth?
Yeah.
We got stealth for you. You can use melee weapons too. You can punch people with your fists. Like this is all just tons of stuff that Bethesda would put in their game. And they finally showed all that.
And I don't know if anybody else felt like this. I feel like Mike probably did. If anybody else is on this call that will agree with what I'm about to say, I think it's going to be Mike. The music in Starfield reminds me so much of Epcot in Disney World.
Yes.
It is like that vibe. It feels like you're in a sci-fi Tomorrowland kind of theme park. And the aesthetic of the technology being this, like, I think they described it as NASA core. Bro, it's straight up Epcot, man. Like, there's no way of getting around it. It is Epcot punk. and I love it. I like that sold me on it. I think because the music is so good, it made me more interested in the game.
Yeah, the aesthetic and the music is incredibly strong.
Yeah, and none of that came through in those initial trailers at all. I feel like the first few Starfield trailers did not have the same vibe of the music. I feel like the aesthetic seemed more generic, and the stuff that they showed during this seemed a lot more unique. The cities looked cool. That new Atlanta city looked cool. So
we just got to see more.
Like, I think the fact they went so far as to bring back the annoying fan with the same voice actor from Oblivion. It's just like, oh yeah, just because we could, is like, shows you that they care a shit ton about this
for
game.
sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that same way, where like they weren't interested at all, and now it's just like a complete 180.
Yeah.
After this direct.
Yeah. So overall, I think Xbox had a pretty good showcase. I still think it was probably one of their strongest in recent years. They had a lot of stuff for a lot of different people, right? I feel like if you like shooter games, there was stuff for you. RPGs, same thing.
Weird, because no Halo and no Gears.
And no Banjo, too. And no Perfect Dark, which was already announced.
Fair,
and no
Halo
Everwild,
stuff,
which was already announced.
With the Halo stuff, they've been going through so many.
Did they at least give us that?
Changes.
No.
There was no Just Dance, no.
Thank goodness.
You're actually capping.
We still got the Xbox classic of a guy talking about Forza next to cars, so that still happened. But like,
yeah, their classic is still
no
there.
Just Dance.
So what exactly is going on with Halo right now, Coast?
There's just a lot of fluctuation with the staff right now. A lot of actually, I don't know if it's a lot of, but pretty sure the head of the writing department left. I'm pretty sure the leading person of all of Halo Infinite left, and they need to get a replacement. I don't know if they have one yet, but there's like a lot of creative. I think it was fired actually. Yeah. A lot of creatives have been like in and out the door with 343 recently, and it's looking for the better because I think they did bring back one of the original guys from Halo 3 or Halo 2, I believe. But other than that, like, it's still, I think Halo's still going to be pretty much in the dark for probably the next year or so. And people are just going to have to live with whatever updates Halo Infinite's getting. But, yeah, I don't think
I really hope companies move away from every game needs to be a live service. Like Halo Infinite was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the next Halo game for the next 10 years. It's like, why? How does that make sense? Just drop a Halo game, make it good, work on the next one. Every game does not have to exist for a decade.
I do feel like a lot of these companies are learning their lessons, though. Like, a lot of these Battle Pass games are dying, or they're wrapping them up and turning them into single-player kind of games or standalone games. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I feel like Halo doesn't necessarily need to be. I think Halo could have been, though, easily.
Well, I think like the online of it would have just lasted.
Yeah,
like, I feel like if you drop a good Halo with good online, people would keep playing it.
People still play Halo 3.
Yeah, you don't need to go out with your
I'm
item and make it
playing
a
Halo
live
3
service.
more than Halo Infinite.
I like what somebody said in the chat. Agent 54C said, shout-outs to Mario Kart 8, which we've now been playing for 10 years as well.
Good game.
They just made a good game, and then they made DLC. That was it.
Yeah, that's right.
No battle pass. No, you need to log in every day, or you miss out on carts. Like, all that stuff is lame.
That's right. And did we have a release date for Starfield? Did they give her an example?
It's
September 6th. September
Okay.
6th.
I thought it was October 6th.
October 6th. Okay. Well, speaking of October games, let's move directly into the Summer Games Fest announcements because there's a lot of stuff there. One of the big announcements from Summer Games Fest was that Spider-Man 2 is getting an October release date, October 20th, 2023. They showed a little bit of Venom in the game. They said that Venom is not going to be Eddie Brock. If you've played the first Spider-Man, then you know it's most likely going to be Harry Osborn. But I think it's weird that they showed the special edition, and it's like the statue of Venom, Miles, and Peter, and that they showed this after what they already showed during that last state of play, or the PlayStation Showcase or whatever, where they show Peter with the symbiote powers fighting with Lizard alongside Miles. And I kind of feel like the way that they were hinting things on stage of like, oh, you're never going to know who's going to be Venom in this game, I kind of feel like Peter by the end of it will
They did
be
not say
Venom,
that, though.
and then
No,
Miles
it's-
will fight Peter.
No, they went out their
they
way
said it's
to,
gonna
like-
be original. They said it's gonna be an original character or something like that.
No, they said it. They're trying to make an original story that
An
Venom is
original
not
story,
Eddie.
right.
I think it's just gonna be
I
Craven.
feel like, oh, interesting. That'd be interesting.
No.
Craven takes over the
No, I
symbiote.
don't- I don't
We
think-
literally
that
have
would
seen
be- that would be
Spider-Man with
trash.
symbiote powers.
Yeah, because we have Spider-Man with symbiote powers. The big bad guy right now is Craven. I think he's gonna end up taking the suit from Peter.
Didn't in the first
think he
teaser
was out
like
on another
Venom
go.
talk about Craven?
Oh, he
Or
might
something?
have.
That I don't
Maybe.
even remember. Maybe.
You
he
mean the
did.
very,
It's been so
very
long.
first one that we saw?
Yeah, I thought he like
we-
mentioned something
this
about
thing.
the hunt or whatever.
Maybe he did.
I forget.
I
Though.
feel like we need to have a Miles Peter fight, though. I feel like the two of them have to fight.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Yeah, Peter, get
what
the
I'm
suit
saying,
off, yeah.
what I'm saying, it's,
Yeah, right, right.
it's just Harry,
Like a
right?
race war.
Like it's
It
ju-
might
it's
just
l-
be Harry.
No, because
Yeah,
no,
it might be
because
Harry.
it doesn't. It has to be Harry because the entirety of the secret ending after you beat the first game, and
Oh,
Miles
true.
is just Harry.
Yeah.
It's just Harry.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Harry's cool
Yeah.
and all because it's more in line. It's more in line with the comics than it is with the movie, where
Yeah.
Harry and Peter don't meet usually until college, and then Peter gets a job working at Oscorp through Harry. That's more often what seems to happen. I'm just saying, it just has to be Harry. Like it's just Harry.
Wait. While we're on the topic, right now, which I know is a bit of a sidebar, but I don't know when else it's going to come up, and we're talking about Spider-Man. Have we all seen Across the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Yes.
Has everyone here seen it?
Yes.
You've got to say like one at a time. Who hasn't seen it? Who hasn't seen it?
Get it?
Oh,
Everyone's
We
seen
all
it.
Everybody's all right, great, fantastic.
Okay.
So everybody has seen it then. So, do you want to do like a quick 5-minute
Yes.
spoiler warning?
Yes.
To be like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Bro,
We
the
can
movie's
timestamp
been
it and
out
tell
for
them,
how
like-
long? The movie's been out for how long? It's been out for like 2 weeks.
So okay,
It's
so
been a
spoiler
week.
warning then. If you have not seen it yet, take
The movie's
off your
been out for
headphones
two,
for
maybe
like
for a
10
week and a half,
minutes.
2 weeks.
Shadow the Hedgehog is the end credit scene. We're gonna get started in 3,
Oh, no.
2, 1. All right, Across the Spider-Verse. Holy crap, that ending! I
Wait,
am
whoa,
so
I
mad.
gotta get out of here. I'm just gonna take my
you haven't-
headphones off, bro.
Oh, okay, you haven't seen
Oh.
it. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just come back.
Okay,
to
then
it.
we.
He probably was AFK when we asked.
Oh, okay,
No, I wasn't.
okay,
I was
okay.
just.
Oh, you just
Well, then
didn't
never mind.
realize
We're
that's
not
what
gonna
you
do
were
that.
talking
I'm glad I didn't say that. Then.
Yeah,
No, you're
no,
watching.
good,
You're
good.
watching.
All
You're
right,
watching.
I'm
You're
leaving
watching.
now. I'm
General-
leaving now. You're good.
okay,
You're
No,
good.
you're
The
watching.
general-
You're watching Jimmy Butler go go 2 for 12 or whatever the fuck he's doing right now. He's selling like shit. I
Oh,
fucking
the
hate
finals
Jimmy
are
right now.
on.
They are.
Okay. But anyway, yes. Go.
No, I mean you go. Talk about it.
Okay. So.
Because I feel like I'll go last because there's
Okay.
one thing.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so here's the thing, right? I'm just happy that people are finally through this movie. If anything else has become the thing, it's that people are realizing that Miles is the best Spider-Man.
Facts.
Yes.
Miles is just the best
He is
one.
great.
Everybody who's read any Spider-Man comic that has Miles in it has known this already. So everybody else is catching up, which is great. Cool for you. Second of all, everyone is now realizing that that Spider-Man 2099 is that nigga for real. Like he's so cool. Like everybody loves future Spider-Man. All of my homies like future Spider-Man, okay? Because he's so cool. And third, here's the thing about this particular set of movies that I really want to stress, and it has nothing to do with story, so we're still good on that, is so much of this movie is done visually and aesthetically, right? That's like a lot of it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the things that make this movie go from incredible to special are really small, subtle things. Like when you look at the foreground or the background of certain scenes where it's phasing a little bit in and out in situations where just to remind you that maybe Miles is somewhere where he shouldn't be, or it's the fact that this is probably the best paced superhero movie I've ever seen. It is perfectly edited. It is everything is not there for too long on the screen. It has more than enough time for character development and for action scenes, and it cuts beautifully in between, and everything it does, it pays off at the end. Spoiler, here we go. Okay? When you get rewarded by paying attention for detail. From the first movie, and then 2099 basically tells Miles, you're not supposed to be Spider-Man. That's the whole thing. There's not supposed to be two Spider-Man here. Miguel's like, look, you have a Peter Parker, right? In some universes, if you guys pay attention to some of the small things, there's all the Peters are all Peters.
Yeah, it's always Peter, except like a couple of them.
Or it's always Peter or like a female Peter. There's no Miles ever. Because
what's
Miles
crazy
is a singularity.
What's crazy is that there's like Easter eggs in the first movie that alludes to it, and it's if you
like
go back, it's
that's on the ground when he's laying there, or like even the
spider itself.
Exactly,
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying about paying it off, because he tells you, if you remember from the first movie, that is not from your universe. It's from some guy who fucked up over here. So you know the punchline when he says for the go home machine before he goes into the go home machine, if you remember. Because I'm sitting there, my friend, I didn't notice. My friend, I'm sitting there with a movie, and he's watching. He's seen it. He saw it with me, but he also saw it before. So he saw it like on opening night, and then I saw it 2 days later. He saw it with me again, and he didn't notice it until he saw it the second time, where he's like, "It scans your DNA and sends you to the world in which your DNA is from."
It's from, right?
But Miles's DNA is not from the world in which he was born. So it sends him to the world where there's a Miles, not to the one without the Peter. And it's whatever.
So with that, I think it spends the spider's DNA in him. That like
yeah. But basically, it's just a beautiful moment to, like, when we talk about movies, pacing is literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that movie is, I think it's better than the first one. But
100%.
But that's kind of downplaying the fact that the first one is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great. I think the thing with this one in particular, though, like the only problem that I had was I feel like it was 20 minutes too long for it to end where it did. Right? It's not anything really against the pacing at all, because I was enjoying it the entire time, and the animation is stunning. I mean, like, this is one of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my life. Like, every little universe, like the fact that Vulture, when he attacks, had like the Renaissance drawings with Leonardo da Vinci, like that was so sick. I mean, there's tons of moments that are like that. Lots of really cool Easter eggs, but I feel like
the scenes with Gwen and her father like arguing,
with like the oil painting
every
stuff.
Like
it's so good.
It's a shot reverse shot scene, but every time it changes shot, the background changes subtly to like reflect the tone of the conversation.
Yep.
It's
and
so
then
good.
I also loved, I'm surprised you didn't bring him up yet, Spider-Punk is like the best. Hobie's awesome. I really like him a lot.
Hobie's great. I think they said like in an interview that it took them like of the whatever amount of years to develop the whole movie, like over half of that was just dedicated to the escape from the escape scene where Miles is running from everybody.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
I mean that's what we saw in the very first teaser. Remember?
Kind of wild.
Yeah.
Dude,
Also,
the fucking Easter egg with Donald Glover was actually such
yes,
a nice
I was so happy when I saw
awesome.
that. Yeah, that was so cool.
Is that Loki a
MCU
spoiler though?
Easter egg.
Not
really.
Not really.
No,
that
not really.
That's his uncle in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Right.
So like that would be him. Yeah.
Right. So so that means Miles is canonically. We all know Miles is canonically in the MCU.
They did that literally in that first movie when Peter runs into him. When he webs him, he says, "Oh yeah, I have a nephew named Miles." Like they just do it in that movie.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, again, if you knew that from the first one, then you knew that was a possibility. But I think it was cool to actually do that with him, considering he's the whole reason Miles exists in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Miles exists because of Donald Glover campaigning to be the Amazing Spider-Man when Andrew Garfield was still auditioning for it. And then that's what spurred off the whole thing with Community, and then the writer that made Miles, and like, I mean, literally it all came back from Donald Glover. So, and then Donald Glover voiced him in the TV show, the cartoon.
He voiced him for like 2 episodes, but yeah, that's still cool.
Yeah, but they did it as like a little, homage. So I think it's really cool to bring it full circle and have him be Prowler, MCU Prowler or whatever. The only other thing that I did not like, which it's very minor in the grand scheme of it. I grew up with Ben Reilly. That was one of the only comics that like I read as a kid growing up in the 90s that I was familiar with that would be not the stereotypical thing that would have been on TV, right? Like the X-Men, whatever it was, X-Men 96 or whatever. Like, so I knew of Ben Reilly, and I felt like, oh man, I was kind of bummed that he was just kind of a punchline in this.
Yeah.
I think they did it because a lot of people did not.
Cool.
A lot of people did not like the Clone Saga, so they just made him a punchline.
And I understand that. I get it. It's fine. But like, I don't know. I wanted something more from him. When I heard he was going to be in it, I was really excited for it. And then from the beat, like voiced by Andy Samberg, and to do what they did with him, I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't like a fan of. I'm not a fan of Scarlet Spider, but I did.
Championship. So.
I told bro. What did I say? What did I say tonight was? What did I say tonight was? I said the game wasn't happening. What was tonight? What did I say?
The Nuggets just won.
Yeah, I said tonight. I said tonight, bro. Y'all trying to see this award ceremony tonight? Look at it. Look at it.
What a low-scoring game.
So that was 4-1.
Bro, they scored, 5. Yeah, they scored under 100 both.
Wow.
First of all, my goat,
Jimmy
Murray.
Jimmy Buckets sold like shit. Did you see his stats?
Yes, man. They've been playing a lot of basketball, man. It's hard to be consistent. I get it.
I know, bro, but like, damn, man, he really
all
sold
I'm
like
saying
a yard
is,
sale.
Jimmy was talking a lot of shit, and Jokic was just out there.
Jokic is really like that, man.
Look, all I'm saying, right? That's cool and all, but fuck all that. Buy some merch. Buy some, you know what I'm saying? Buy some WDF. Head to WDFAshop.com. Get yourself a nice hoodie, hat. Get yourself a nice T-shirt, whatever it is. So buy the merch.
You know what's a real shame, though? While we're still on the topic of basketball, and Ricky, you remember this. Remember when we were in college and Jimmy Butler played for us? He played for the Chicago Bulls. And he played for us for 6 years? And this never happened?
They traded him, man.
The same. I stopped watching basketball the day that Derrick Rose destroyed and snapped his knees.
Unbelievable.
And from that point,
why did they play him with 20 seconds in the fucking fourth quarter, bro? When they were up by like 20, man.
He didn't need to. But he was on the Bulls for so long.
That's Derrick Rose's canon moment, man. Or his canon
event.
Right.
Yep.
In every universe, Derrick Rose snaps his
That's
legs.
the canon event, man.
There's no universe.
Lay off my fans.
Speaking of new universes, though. Speaking of new universes, Mortal Kombat 1 reboots the Mortal Kombat franchise. This was the opener for the Summer Games Fest. We got an extended look at gameplay for the game. Jean-Claude Van Damme is playing Johnny Cage this time around. Visually, I think I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, but I think visually it looks really cool. Thoughts? Anybody who's a Mortal Kombat fan?
I like how it looks so much more brighter. I love how it's sort of straight away from the darker, tones that it had from X and 11. The only thing is, I feel like the novelty of Mortal Kombat's kind of gone. Like, I feel like it's a little bit much now with all the shit that they were showing in the trailers, with people getting ripped apart and then having other people like go inside that ripped apart body and ripping it apart even more and shit.
Right.
Like, I get the point, right? But it looked good. Like, I probably won't play it, but it looks like I'll probably watch it at Evo.
That's what I said
like
too. Because to me, like, Mortal Kombat has always been super stiff. So to see
oh my gosh, you stole the words right out my head, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks much better to me visually now, for sure. I mean, just in general, there's assists and all that. Like, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, well,
actually.
if you
cameos,
Max dropped a whole video that I watched actually today where, shouts to Max.
I saw Sonic Fox playing it
Max,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah, where he was basically talking about him and Justin Wong were playing the game, and they were talking about like, yo, this game is actually like low key nuts. Like they loosen that shit up like crazy. Pause. Like they really like gave you so many more options, because the issue with Mortal Kombat, at least for me, kind of alluding to what Shofu was talking about, is the fact that it looked like everybody was doing the same thing.
Yes.
Sure.
And they were just doing slightly different variations of the same thing, but basically everyone's just doing overhead launcher or into bounce into
fucking the same low medium
Yeah.
kick everyone fucking does.
Yeah, but this game looks like there's like a whole done some other shit. So I'm probably not gonna play it, but good shit.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna touch it either.
Another game
watch
I'm
the
probably not
story.
going to touch is the new Prince of Persia game, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. So apparently that Sands of Time remake that they were going to make, I don't know where that is, but there's this new 2D one coming to
That's
PS5,
probably what it
PS4,
changed
Xbox.
into.
Probably, yeah.
Dude,
They
when I
probably were
first
just
saw
like,
it show
"Look."
up on screen, I deadass thought it was a mobile game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll be happy. People who are happy about it, having a new 2D one, it's fine. I'm sure there's also people that are happy about Optimus Prime being in Fortnite, but
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What
bro.
did you say?
The game has everything.
Yeah, bro. Optimus Prime, Autobots roll out. Fortnite,
That's
let's
right.
go.
there was a
Those are
gameplay
the
reveal.
Brothers.
There was a gameplay reveal for
shooters.
Alan Wake 2, which I don't know if any of you guys are excited for that, but Alan Wake 2.
He's got a
Honestly,
gun
the
now.
gameplay that they showed was not the greatest gameplay. Like, it looked honestly kind of boring.
What are the other games that they've made? Remedy made Control, right?
They're the
Yeah.
control group.
Control,
Yeah, Control was
Alan
good.
Wake, Max Payne. I think. I might be wrong on
Did
that.
they make that one that was like early Xbox where it was like also a TV show?
Oh, I think that is Max
Was that
Payne.
them?
Oh,
Yeah,
Quantum
yeah, yeah.
Break? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, and then there's a new Bandai Namco game from Akira Toriyama, Sandland, based on his one-off manga from way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Not way
Presentation's
back in the
really
day.
cool.
That's Sandland's pretty new.
Sandland's not new.
I'm pretty sure Sandland's
Sandland
newer
was
than.
like from the 90s, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Sandland's
it?
after Dragon Ball.
Well,
Like, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
it was after
Sandland's
Dragon
like
Ball, definitely.
his newest fucking thing he's worked on. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, okay. So it said it debuted in May of 2000.
Yeah.
So it's his newest
You're
thing,
stuck
I
in the
guess.
past,
But
Ghost.
It's technically his newest shit.
so 23
That's
years
23
ago.
years
Yeah.
ago. 23 years ago is okay.
Hey
Whatever.
was
man, leave
10.
that man alone, man.
Yeah. We have Pokemon with guns that was shown off there called
Oh,
Pal
Pal World,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
That shit's
Yes,
funny
sir.
as fuck.
Otherwise
That's
known
totally
as otherwise known as free content. Like that shit's gonna be crazy.
That shit's gonna go hard on TikTok.
Bro, I'm
Oh,
pulling for
definitely.
Yo, Pikachu, use Blicky. I'm really here.
Who
Like,
among you is not going to play that game? That game looks amazing.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
know.
Pikachu,
It does
right
look
in that
actually
stuff.
pretty fun. I just think it's
What?
funny, like how shameless some of the Pokemon ripoffs are. Like there are very clearly
Oh,
Pikachu,
bro,
Heracrosses.
I was
Arcanine.
streaming it, and I was just like, everything that was on screen, I'm like, yeah, this is a fusion of this and this. This is a fusion of this and this.
like Gyarados, Talonflame. There was
Like-
the one with like the Lapras clone that's got the rocket launchers on her back.
There was one that literally looked like a fusion of Goodra and Lilligant. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I don't know about anybody else, but
Mhm.
you know, I'm always here. Like I always go for what's the funniest thing, And if you can't come up with original concepts for Pokemon, I think you do this. I think you just double down. Like if you're like, bro, we can't think of shit, then you just copy paste, change the art, change the name on the homework, and that's so funny, and it makes me want to play your game more.
And apparently, it comes out in early 2024 is when early access happens for it. So by early next year, we'll all be playing Pal World. See how fun it is to shoot Pikachu in the face.
Oh my gosh!
And then there were a bunch of other smaller announcements during this. They had Twisted Metal coming to Peacock, which is just why are they doing that? Lies of P got a demo and a release date, which is the Pinocchio Bloodborne that looks awesome. Have any of you played the demo?
I tried it out.
Is it good?
It is Dark Souls.
Sure.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Like a lot of like Dark Souls inspired games. Like, oh, it's Dark Souls, but it's also like something else. This is just Dark Souls.
Fine. I'm completely fine with that. Because I think what they're doing with the lore of Pinocchio is really interesting too, where they're not just, which is a weird sentence to say, I guess, but like that the characters are based off of the characters from the original fairy tale.
Correct.
So you've got like the blue fairy, you've got like the weird rabbits.
Which is super fucked up, by the way.
But it's cool. I know, but it makes it cool. Like it fits in a Bloodborne kind of world. So I'm glad they're going full force with it. Jiminy Cricket's still a happy-go-lucky little spirit that comes along with you. He's your little conscience. I like that he's like lighthearted still. It just the whole thing looks fantastic. And
is there a reason why Pinocchio just looks like a boy?
I'm assuming that's
he's
a
like
lore reason, right?
thing, right? And he's eventually trying to become a real boy. I'm assuming. So.
Is there like a lie system in there that like
yes.
increases your damage and ability the more you?
So, I don't know if there's anything at the end of the demo, but at the point I got in the demo, you're like at a door and it's like, are you a human or a puppet? And puppets aren't allowed in, so you say human. And then he looks like he's injured, and text pops up that says your springs tighten up. But
does anything happen?
I don't know. Maybe.
Does your nose grow? If you lie to them, does your nose grow?
I didn't notice it, but one thing that was very funny is that the loading screen is Pinocchio's nose growing, and it says now lying.
That's funny.
That's good, actually.
That's good. Now,
and it comes out at a good time. It comes out in September. I feel like there's not a lot of other stuff.
Honestly,
around that time,
so. There's so much stuff that's come out this year and still have yet to release. I honestly believe this is probably one of the best years in gaming. Not even in gaming, in media in general. Like,
I mean, you think about everything that happened this year in terms of, if you are just talking games, though. I mean, you've got Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter 6, a Resident Evil 4 remake. You've got all these amazing collections of games like Battle Network and Ace Attorney and all this other stuff. You've got all of this stuff coming out very soon.
Final Fantasy 16 in 2 weeks. You had Future Redeemed.
Exactly. No,
like there's so much.
Weekend.
Future
16
Redeemed,
is 16 is this weekend.
Oh, it's this week. Well, damn.
Yeah. Future Redeemed, like you said too, incredible. Yeah, it's been a very
Dead
very good year.
Is it next week?
Like,
no, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. 2 weeks. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 weeks.
You guys are spoiled. So it makes me wonder why you even.
Bro, I am not asking for this
Ricky,
many games. I was complaining that I had to rush through Tears of the Kingdom.
I have no problem. Wait, what are you saying, Costa? Before I start yelling at Tito?
No, I'm not necessarily asking for all of these games. There's such an influx of games that are coming out now. Like, I rushed through Xenoblade Future Redeemed because I wanted to beat it before Tears of the Kingdom dropped.
Sure.
You don't have to rush
through any of
this.
Doing that with Tears of the Kingdom before Final Fantasy 16.
I tried to finish Tears of the Kingdom for Diablo 4. It's like, I just got to come back to this game.
Diablo
There's too
4
much I want to do.
Exactly, right.
Who is chasing you guys that you have to finish these games and not just sit?
If I do not finish a game and another game comes out,
you wouldn't
I might not come back.
You know what? Facts. I don't got to explain myself to Ricky. You know what?
And they want to play with the new toy when it drops, man.
I'm only just asking.
No, it's a fair question. But the answer is obviously if fucking Zelda's dropping, whatever game I'm playing is getting dropped because I want to play Zelda. It's really that simple.
Exactly.
How am I not going to play Zelda on release and then go on Twitter?
He just wants to play Zelda when Zelda comes out.
Okay.
By the way, how far is everyone in Zelda? Curiously.
I think I have like 3 main quests left.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done 3 dungeons,
Okay,
and I
you're like me
finished the
then.
Dragon Tears.
Okay, me too. That's literally exactly where I am. That's exactly where I am, Mike.
That,
3 dungeons.
the ending to that
Dragon
game
Tears,
is
100
absolutely
grind.
insane.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a great way. You guys will
I can't wait.
be in awe once you get to the end.
I can't wait.
Roger, I saw the stream where you like finished the Dragon Tier quest.
Well, that
Dude,
made me lose
what?
We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful.
Yeah, we haven't
of
said
course,
anything.
of
No,
course,
we
of course.
haven't said anything.
I would not
I
even
will
wish to
say,
spoil that.
No, without getting into spoilers at all. I promise I would not spoil this. The one thing I will say is I am happy that I experienced the tiers in the order that I experienced them. Because, man, like, had I seen that last one first, I would have been like, what the heck is going on? Because I saw something shocking happen in, like, one of the first ones that I saw, too. But because I didn't have any established relationship with that character, it kind of, like, didn't mean anything to me at that point.
Was it the dagger?
Right. And then when you get to the final tier that I saw, I was like, what in God's green earth is this? So the way it wraps up and what you get for the end of that quest is just phenomenal. Like, I think one of the best things in any Zelda game in the last like 2 decades, man. It's really, really incredible.
The memories this time around were just so much more rewarding, just because you don't know what could possibly happen.
Yeah,
even also like very, very minor spoiler, but like I like how they make the twist on the Master Sword this time too, where you know in the first Breath of the Wild you have to build up your hearts to get the Master Sword, right? And that this time around when you pull the Master Sword, it's based on your stamina, not on your hearts. So
I like that too.
Building up
That's
your
great
hearts, you're
too.
like, what the hell?
Because like a lot of people like doing low heart runs, so it's great that they can do that and get the Master Sword.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great. I think by the next show, I will have probably beaten it.
There is a lot of content aside from the main story to do in that. That's like, that can keep you playing for months, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I will keep playing for months, but I mean, like in terms of streaming and like getting through the story regularly, I think by the next one I'll be done with like the main thing, so I don't have to worry about ending spoilers anymore.
Yeah.
Really good. Anyway, hold on. We still have more stuff to go over with Xbox, though. Like I said, it's a packed show today. Nicolas Cage is in Dead by Daylight. They brought Nicolas Cage on stage.
How'd they get his ass in there, man?
Apparently, that leaked, though, which is kind of wild. It leaked about a couple weeks beforehand that Nicolas Cage is going to be in Dead by Daylight, and I guess it was already known on Twitter when that happened. And then 2 really massive announcements. I'm going to start with the one that I know McDarrett's been waiting to talk about, and I know Fidel is still at Disney. I know he's going to hop on, but like, no, I'm going to leave it to McDarrett. Sonic Superstars.
I'm going to tell you right now,
2D
you should send Fidel a message.
No. It's too late.
You should send him a message.
You know what I'll say?
Why do you want
I'll
this to
call
be
him
20
right now.
minutes?
I'll call him right now while you're talking about it.
Why do you want this to be 20 minutes? Just go quick before
Because
he shows
if
up. Go.
people want an
exactly.
actual full representation of this thing,
they'll go to his Twitter to find that full
Just go to his
representation.
Twitter.
I want to hear what
Hurry up.
What Fidel has to say, bro.
he also played the game.
What are you
which
doing?
adds a lot.
What are you doing?
I'm serious.
What are you doing right now?
I'm serious. I'm curious. Since I thought McDarrett would say a little bit, but he didn't even say nothing yet. So.
I mean, I could say something, but it's not going to be what people want to hear.
Just say you don't fuck with it, man.
I don't know anything about it. I saw it, but I don't know anything about it.
I personally wish it wasn't classic era, because to me, when I see them sitting there and going, we're going to make another 2D Sonic game and do classic again, especially after they just did Sonic Origins Plus is coming out, it's like, I personally don't really care about classic Sonic. Like, if they did a 2D Sonic and it's advanced
game, right? It's just like
the
same game.
Origins is the same game, but the thing is, it's going to be the same engine. They're trying to go as close as they can to classic, but they're adding in the Chaos Emerald powers. So it's going to be slightly different, but it's classic. I watch gameplay of this game, I see Sonic jump, and it's the classic. It's literally just classic Sonic, and it's like, okay, I'm not that interested. I will play it because it's Sonic, but like, to me, seeing classic era Sonic games is not that interesting because those games have existed for 3 decades. I'd rather they do something like advanced. Okay, I'm not saying, you have to understand, this is a very much me point. I'm fine with them doing this if they want to do it. I just wish if they're doing 2D Sonic, they would do Advanced or Rush. Because I feel like those games actually push for something new, rather than doing, let's just make another Genesis era Sonic. But all people are happy for it, and it's good for them.
The thing with this,
out of like
really
all
stood
the
out to me-
shows.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say out of every single Summer Games Fest show, like the Xbox and even like Devolver and stuff, this is probably the thing I'm most excited about.
I'm also kind of right there with you. There's only one game that's on top of this for me, which we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
But of the stuff that got announced and shown off, this is also something I'm super excited about. I think the idea of doing like a new Super Mario Brothers-esque Sonic game
Yes.
is actually really smart. Because that style of like playing the local co-op with your friends, I mean, Ricky, you know this, you remember this from college, like me, Chase, White Chase, and
Chase.
what was it? Ryan. And Ryan. The four of us, we would be playing New Super Mario Brothers in between PlayStations of GoldenEye. I mean, like that was a super fun game. Yeah. So I feel like doing a Sonic game like that is going to be really cool.
Yeah, the co-op and the Chaos Emerald powers are definitely doing a lot for me with this game. Like, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I do know from Fidel's experience with it, even though he's not here, he did say that it's really cool, based on what he played.
Like I said, I hope it does a lot of interesting things, and it's more interesting to me, but like, as a base, just doing classic era Sonic is it just takes my excitement and lowers it.
Keep doing it over and over again.
Does it help at all knowing that they're all going to be new levels? That it's not just like
it's nice that it's not like replacing stuff. It's nice that stuff is going to be new, but it's just like the way the game is going to play and feel. I've played it. Right.
The game looks gorgeous. So you're saying if it kept the aesthetic and then had like Sonic Advance physics or like that kind of gameplay?
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I know like Rush has like boosts and stuff. What is Advanced? How does that differ from Genesis?
The pace is way faster. If pace is faster, the physics of what the characters can do is faster. Characters have like extra moves in the air they can do.
All right.
It does.
And then if you're talking Advanced 3, you actually put two characters together, and then based on the combo you put together, you can go to different routes and stuff. Like,
that's cool.
Superstar looks a little slow.
Yeah, because it's classic era. Like classic era Sonic games, they just aren't fast. They're slower.
That's good too, because it's co-op. So for like four people, you gotta
co-op,
slow down a little bit.
It'd be really hard going too fast with 4 people.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm hoping. Like I'm a little more interested because it's Otani's studio that I don't remember what that studio is made besides this, but Otani's back.
Alan Wonderworld, baby. They're bringing it back.
So it's Otani's studio.
Redeem themselves.
He even designed a new character, Trip.
They already redeemed themselves.
So there's a new Sonic character in it. Ian Flynn has hinted that he has some work in it. So like, there's stuff for me as someone who likes the story of the Sonic games. There's cool stuff there, but like.
Well, also, like Fang, the sniper you see at the end of the trailer, right? Who will probably be the 5th character, because if you've seen the intro screen from Summer Games
definitely Fest, it's Oshima, sorry, and it's definitely not going to be Fang. Fang's almost always evil. It would if I think literally, if a 5th character is playable, it's Trip. Whatever Trip turns out to be, it would be Trip over Fang.
Oh. Is Trip the robot lizard looking guy?
Yeah.
I'd prefer that.
Fang would be fun though.
I think they just want to keep Fang being an evil character who just like, well, I just want wealth, kind of thing.
They're never gonna do it, but I want them to do the thing where they take a modern character and make a classic version of them.
Yeah,
like Shadow,
like classic Shadow or something.
Huh?
Yeah.
On the call still? Who's a character that you think will always be evil as well, who we're going to see a new take on in a game early next year that was also announced during the Summer Games Fest?
I could not tell you.
You couldn't tell me? The one game we haven't talked about from Summer Games Fest?
What was announced there?
All these shits blended together. Let me think about this. You talking about Bugenhagen? No, I'm just playing.
I know what he's doing. I know where he's going. Roger.
No. You talk about Kenny Omega, the one-winged angel. I see you. Go ahead. Go crazy.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was closer for Summer Games Fest, and let me tell you, I can safely say Game of the Year 2024 already. Right here, no doubt about it. Wrap it up. It's done. This is Game of the Year 2024. I cannot wait. Visually, it looks significantly better than the remake, which I didn't think at first. I thought it looked the same, and then I saw them side by side, and I'm like, nope, looks significantly better. The open world looks incredible. The weird voice lines that are in there, what it could mean for the story.
Oh, okay. I need to stop you right there.
That ending bit when Sephiroth is slashing at Tifa and says, "Why is she here? You know I killed her, bro."
Do we know for a fact that it's actually open world, or is it just wider corridors?
It seems open world from a
seems
screenshot.
Yeah, like there's one screenshot with one of the thing being like 11,000.
It's 11,000 miles.
So the answer is no.
Even the things where like they show the Mako lines like going through the canyons and stuff, and they build things out with the world. It looks so sick.
So it's just zone. It's not actually open world zone.
I mean, we don't know one way or another. They haven't said
I mean,
directly.
it looks
but
more open.
if it's going to be very much like original Final Fantasy VII, it should have a very open map, basically.
You know, the one thing I gotta say is, why is that shit gotta be on 2 discs? We're in 2023.
Like,
because it's one
I want to say,
terabyte.
I was wondering about this. What is the size of a Blu-ray disc?
I think it's like 150 gigabytes or something like that.
Yeah. Which means that this is probably minimum 200 gigabyte game. And it also makes me question,
insane.
where the hell is this going to end? Like, is this going to end at Northern Cavern? Is it going to end with Aerith? Like, how are they going to end this game? What is going to be the plot point? Because clearly they're changing things. If he says, I killed her, who is she?
Well, do you want me to talk about that a little bit?
Yes,
It's kind of a spoiler for the... Okay. This is a spoiler for the original Final Fantasy VII, okay?
Final Fantasy VII, of course.
But that part is part of the flashback. So
Right.
Cloud is like he's there in Nibelheim, but he's there as like he's not a soldier. He's just like a person in Shinra working for them. So he sees Sephiroth slash Tifa. He gets upset. He runs and grabs the sword because he thinks he killed her, and then he stabs Sephiroth with it, and Sephiroth falls. But Cloud just doesn't realize that Tifa's alive. So I think him saying that is him just taunting Cloud. Because Cloud thinks he just killed her.
Oh, man. The first scene in this trailer, you see Red and Tifa and Barrett laid out in the aftermath of, like, the Whisper Tornado thing from Final Fantasy Remake Part 1, right?
Yeah.
So
and
that's
people think that
that's next world. That has to be.
Yeah, people think that one is a different world where... why am I forgetting his name?
Zack,
yeah. Yes. They think that's where Zack is like, that's the aftermath there without Cloud there. But I think Sephiroth slashing Tifa specifically is just him fucking around with Cloud.
I don't know. That whole shot was just amazing. I think like what they're going to do, the story is so cool. The music was already fantastic. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I need this game already. I actually don't need this game right now because I'm kind of in coast position where there's a lot of stuff I want to play.
That's what I'm saying. There's too much shit, man.
2024 is perfect for this. I'm happy that it's not coming this year because then it lets me play Spider-Man. It lets me play Liza P. It lets me play all this other stuff. But seriously, Rebirth looks amazing. I'm so happy the rumors were true, like Jeff Keighley said. And yeah, it's just, I'm thrilled with everything that they've shown for this. I can't wait.
I think one of the nice things with the FF7 remake being a trilogy is we get... I am just forgetting people's names. But like after Kingdom Hearts and the wildness it is trying to keep with Kingdom Hearts, it's nice having a very wild story that you can guess about that's in 3 games. There's not like a mobile game. It's a Japanese-only phone game.
Though you did bring up a mobile game, they did also talk about Ever Crisis, which is the compilation of all of the original Final Fantasy VII games remade for mobile. Doesn't look like the same thing they promised 2 years ago. It doesn't look like it's a top-down little RPG. It looks like it's
when they showed us this, they showed us like that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Because I'd never seen those menus before, so I was like, oh, this looks different than what we saw.
Yeah, they showed it was like it's like top-down when you're in like the overworld, but fighting it looks like almost like a remake, but super dumbed down. You can get costumes and stuff.
Got it. But I think that wraps up all the Summer Games Fest talk. We got through everything amazingly. Is there anything else that we missed?
Should we hit Devolver real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh yes, you do that, and then I'm gonna pull up the Wholesome Games thing because there's 2 games I want to bring up from Wholesome Games. Go ahead, Mike, take it away.
All right. Did anyone else watch the Devolver thing?
No. Is that the Volvy thing?
Yeah, the Volvi.
Then I fucking love Volvi,
The
man.
Volvi thing was so
Dude,
funny.
I'm so happy you
What
made
is
me watch
Volvi?
that because that was so funny.
So have you ever watched a Devolver E3 thing, Ricky?
I don't believe so.
You would love them. I guarantee you would love them.
They're just like they're all like little skits interspersed with game trailers.
Okay.
And this year's theme was for their made-up mascot called Volvi, and they did a whole skit where like he was actually a big icon throughout the years, and they brought him back this year as like a robot that AI generated all the games that you see in the conference.
Okay.
And it was
Hold on. I'm looking at. He's like
You're
a
looking
he's like
it
a he's like a rodent.
he's like a rat with one big hand. He's got a big hand for
gosh.
gaming.
And he's a mascot for the whole whatchamacallit.
He's like the Mario. He's like it's a parody of Mario basically.
Yeah, he's like a
That's
parody of
so
Sonic
stupid.
Mario. Yeah, it
This
was a
is so
fun show.
stupid.
I don't want to like spoil it too much if you haven't seen it, because it is a fun thing to watch through, even if you don't care about the games that they're showing.
I will say one of the games they showed. I just want to bring this up for Ricky specifically. There's a game that they announced called. There's a game that they announced called Baby Steps.
Okay, this is
Dude, yes.
It's a guy you play as a guy who's like 36 and lives in his parents' basement, and he gets transported into this world where like he can't quite walk right and use his legs, and he's taking like baby steps. Obviously, there's like going to be a thing of finally being able to fly on his own and like taking baby steps to actually move out of the house. But during the trailer, there's a bit where he's laying on the couch covered in pizza grease and like in his pajamas and sitting next to a bong, and he's watching something on the TV, and he gets teleported to this other world, and on the TV it says, "Are you still watching One Piece?" Just think so funny.
What an effort. What an effort.
Because I didn't watch the Devolver thing. I took a call last week, and I didn't have the energy to do it. But everybody was sending me that Baby Steps trailer. Like, you need to watch this.
I'm gonna look it up.
This slob who lives in his parents'
absolutely
is
foolish.
36 is just binging it on Netflix every day. I loved it, but it looks genuinely funny. That game looks kind of fun.
Baby Steps is probably like after Sonic is the game I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah,
It's like
looks really
Death
fun.
Stranding meets Getting Over It.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh
cool.
man,
Yeah.
some big news just dropped.
Oh,
Okay.
Redfall's 1.1 patch just dropped, and it didn't fix many of the issues that people are complaining about.
So it's still broken.
all right. So yeah, business
It's
as
still
usual.
ass.
That's big news. Redfall still sucks.
Yeah, they showed off. They finally showed off more Wizard with a gun. It got a demo. It's all right.
Shadow
Pretty
Wizard
good.
Money Gang.
What else did they show? Human Fall Flat 2, which, I mean, I don't know anything about the first one, so.
It was. I mean, it was pretty popular, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one of the highest grossing video games of all time.
What?
Yeah. At least like in terms of like single purchase video games, not counting like gacha.
I got you. You mean like in terms of like a best-selling kind of game?
Yeah.
Okay. I was very confused for a second.
Yeah,
What?
it doesn't quite be Fire Emblem Heroes, I don't think.
Okay.
I think it has a very high like concurrent player base on Steam right now. Like the first one.
Interesting.
What else was there?
Speaking
there was
of something with that. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Oh, Rabat, go ahead.
No, whatever you're gonna say is more interesting than Talos Principle 2.
Okay. Well, speaking of things with a high fire, because I'm about to dip, so I actually did want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I said go ahead. Yeah. Talk
Something
about it.
that also has a lot of fire base is Diablo. Diablo 4.
Oh yeah, we totally didn't even talk about Diablo.
We didn't even touch on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let McDermott play, but I actually also have been playing the game, which is very weird. And I've never played a Diablo game, never played Diablo, so I'm kind of like ignoring a lot of the lore, to be honest, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I kind of just like the aesthetic. I'll tell you what, I don't know anything about if it's a good game or a bad game compared to whatever. I'm sure McDareth will tell you, but it's a very cozy game because I could just sit here and play my necromancer and then hit things and I'm watching a movie on the left side on the other screen. It's a very cozy game, and I like that. I don't know if my shit is optimized. I don't know if I'm good. I don't really give a fuck either way. But between crafting FF14 and just leveling up my character, I'm level. I'll tell you right now, I'm actually playing. I'm level 37. Very comfy. So there you go.
I was asking people if it was worth playing. If I'm like, not. I didn't really get too much into Diablo 3, but I played Diablo 2 a lot, and I don't know because I know they're like slightly different from each other, and I was like curious as to like if you were to pick what Diablo 4 is closer to.
It's basically between both.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I noticed it's a lot slower. It's a lot slower.
Yeah, because Diablo 3 big thing was like super colorful. It's fast. You have like literally your numbers go up to the billions. You're just blowing up things on the screen. D4 takes it a little bit slower because like Path of Exile is really successful, so they took a little bit from Path of Exile. Then Lost Ark came out, so took a little bit from Lost Ark, what Blizzard always does. But it feels more like they're definitely more closer to 2 than 3 in terms of a lot of things. Like the skill trees actually are back, and they matter a little more in how you pick it. It has a Paragon board where you hit level 50, and then that's a whole ball game of like, if you want to spend a lot of time figuring this out, here's something you can really sink your teeth into to try and math out how to like optimize your character, or you look at a guide. You know, most people do. But yeah, so if you like Diablo 2 and didn't really care for 3, you might like 4. So yeah, it definitely feels more like 2 than 3 at least. But yeah, this game it made 666 million in the first 5 days.
Jeez.
It is Blizzard's fastest selling game of all time.
Wow. This is the year of fastest selling in a franchise games.
Yeah.
This is a year of games,
Diablo,
man.
Resident Evil, man, it's like crazy.
But for how I feel about the game, well, I fucking love it. Like as a Blizzard fan, I was so worried because Blizzard as a company has just been shit. It has been fucking shit. And it makes me so sad because I'm like, I literally bought the fucking Frostborn. That was $1,800, bought it. It sits on my wall now because I've always wanted it. Because I'm a giant fan of this company, the games they make. But the games have been shit. Overwatch 2, we didn't even talk about this. PvE mode got canceled. So that sucks for the Overwatch players.
That's why we didn't talk about it.
I thought we did last episode. We brought that up. Yeah.
No, it happened in between episodes.
Oh, because I loved Overwatch. Obviously, I played the original game like crazy. Second game, I even played a lot of Overwatch 2, but then I just kind of fell off of it because of the Battle Pass. And so, yeah.
Yeah. So that game's in the toilet. WoW actually is really good right now. It's the best WoW has been in years, but my guild died, so if I'm not raiding a WoW, what am I doing?
Everybody's
so don't
playing
play that.
Final Fantasy 14. Yes, sir!
That's right. Free up till when, Tito?
You could play up to level 60. Actually, you know what's crazy? Is that I've been saying that as a bit along with everybody else so often.
Have you been getting it wrong?
Two of my friends have actually played the trial and are now subscribed, and they're in my MC. They're like, bro, all right, bro, damn, I'll play this shit. And they're like, wait, hold on, this game kind of fire. And I'm like, yes, sir. Oh gosh, but before we get back to McDareth, because I'm gonna forget that I have to leave soon. But Roger, you said 2024 Game of the Year is what?
Oh, without a doubt, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
You see,
no
the thing
question.
is, I would say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But Square Enix is about to eat. Because you know what next year is also probably, because even though they haven't announced it, you know what's probably also?
Final Fantasy IX Remake, Final Fantasy Tactics Remake.
Nope,
Kingdom
you're close,
Hearts 4.
The 14 7.0.
It's the new 14 expansion.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
That's going to get announced during the Fest, probably.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
It's about that time. It's about that time.
That's right.
Also, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 does exist. Jesus,
yeah,
I know.
That's another thing coming.
Square might just run next year, bro.
Nomura's wild ride continues.
Ew.
Square and Capcom are out on a roll. It's really, if you look at Square's output, there's been a lot of really good stuff. Like all the 2D HD stuff has been fire. Octopath Traveler 2 was very good. Came out earlier this year. People are forgetting about it because obviously this has been a stacked year, but that came out in February and was excellent. Triangle Strategy the year before. That was my game of the year last year. I loved it. So yeah, Square's on a roll.
But I do have to depart, gentlemen. But before I go,
when is you having another one of them things?
So, what is this man talking about?
First of all, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna plug it on the stream last week, but we didn't have a show, so I'll plug it here. Run the Set bi-weekly tournament on my channel. You feel me? I'll be giving away some merch for some WDFA merch or some Japan Time merch. Next time it takes place every other Friday, 7 p.m. on my channel. You feel me? Twitch.tv/TitoKMF. Also plugging this because we're getting a little bit of traction here. If anybody in the chat or is listening on Spotify, again, we appreciate you guys listening on Spotify or in all where we find all of our podcasts. Thank you so much. If you enjoy live play of Dungeons and Dragons and RPGs, the RPG show is my other YouTube where I do a live play with a couple friends. Some of them you might know. Tanukes is there. So shouts out to Tanukes as well as others. Shouts to Katie, everybody else. That has episodes every Tuesday at 12 p.m. EST on my YouTube. Just search The RPG Show on YouTube and it'll be there.
How many, because I got to know, how many subscribers away from 1,000 are you? Like, how close?
Which account?
On YouTube. On your main account.
I have no idea. I haven't uploaded in 6 months.
We need everybody from Japan Time to go follow Tito and subscribe to Tito's YouTube channel. All right?
I have 731.
We got to get this man to 4 digits. You got to get to 1,000.
Which channel does he want the subscriptions at?
You want him on the main.
What do you mean, which one? Bro, subscribe to both.
Subscribe to both, but you got to subscribe to his main one.
Oh, yeah. Both. Makes sense.
I will be uploading VODs of the tournament up there as well as other ancillary content that things go up there. The last thing I uploaded, just to give you some context, was top 10 games of 2022.
Don't ever speak again. Are you entering your own tournament? That's the one question I actually have. Are you entering the Run the Set?
No.
Shofu, are you entering?
While you are at it,
no, I didn't enter last time.
While you are at it and you're subscribing to Tito's channels, also subscribe to Mike's Rocket Station, YouTube Rocket Station. Look it up. He's at 170 subscribers. We want that to be 1.7K tomorrow. So do it. Hit the subscribe button. Don't follow Mike. What are you doing?
Or else. Yeah.
Or definitely or else. Absolutely. What are we going to do to him, Ricky?
No, what are you going to do? I have no dog in this.
What are you specifically, Ricky D. Cocaine? What are you going to do?
What?
D. Cocaine, bro.
Now he's got the will of D.
Yeah. I'm not.
What are you gonna do, Ricky? I gotta know.
I'm okay. I'm chilling.
Man, that shit going on hiatus for 4 weeks. Damn.
So we will actually. I'm glad you bring that up too. McDareth has now been scheduling the posts the night before to keep us honest and keep us on top. So we will have a show 2 weeks from today. Stop. All right. 2 weeks from today, on June 26th, we will have another episode of the show. We'll probably be talking about Final Fantasy 16 and finishing Tears of the Kingdom, and maybe there'll be some other stuff to talk about by then too. Who knows? We'll see. But please go follow us on YouTube, Japan Time Podcast. Go subscribe on Spotify, Japan Time Podcast. And until next time.
Wait, what? Real fast.
Yes.
Are we wrapping up? I wasn't done. I was like, we got segues. Okay.
Oh, no. I mean, we can go ahead. You want to take us
so
out?
one thing. What were you gonna say, Mike?
Roger, didn't you want to bring up stuff from the Wholesome Direct?
Oh yes, hold on, real quick. Yes, there's a game called I Am a Caterpillar where you play as a caterpillar.
That's the one I was thinking of.
That's a great game. There's one called Kame'eru, which is like a frog refuge Harvest Moon thing. Looks fire. I want to play it. That was from the Wholesome Games thing. I was going to make a segue when Tito was talking about Diablo was comfy, and I just didn't get a chance to do it. There's a whole bunch of frog games, honestly. There's Frog Song. There's Usagi Shima, which is like a bunny farm thing that looks great. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff. Go watch the Wholesome Games Direct. It's nice and cozy. Anyway, please go ahead, McDareth, take it away.
So the thing is, like, I am really liking Diablo, like a shit ton. But my only problem with it is the game is not very well optimized. So when I'm playing on my computer, like didn't happen before, but after the patch like a week ago, every 30 minutes or so I get memory leaks, and I have to close out the entire game and open it back up.
Shut us,
you lose stuff doing that.
So wait, I have to do this while Ricky's still here. Oh my God! Did you see the name of the guy in the chat right now, Ricky? Jared Rodriguez. Jared Rodriguez. I swear. Jared Rodriguez.
That's just you.
Will
That's
there
just
be?
you.
I promise it is not me. I promise. My hands are up. He asks, will there be a Tears of the Kingdom spoiler talk? The plan is to do that once everybody has actually beaten the game. So once everyone has beaten the game, we will be doing a spoiler talk. It is, if you don't know why we are laughing at your name, Jared Rodriguez, it is because there's a horrible movie. Let us explain. There's a horrible movie starring Jason Bateman that Ricky and I saw in college with my old roommate Chase. It's called Bad Words.
White Chase?
No, Black Chase. The better Chase. See, Black Chase was always better than White Chase, so we call him Chase and White Chase and White Chase. But anyway,
he's the first Chase and the White Chase.
Exactly, he's the first Chase. So anyway, but we went to go see this movie. It's called Bad Words. It stars Jason Bateman. It is one of the biggest pieces of dog shit I've ever seen in a movie theater. It was absolutely terrible. All of us were like, this is miserable. Why we have to walk out of this movie? Wasn't it like an 11 p.m. showing too? It was late. It was late on a school night. We went to go see this movie because one of our other friends that was down the hall was like, you guys need to do more bonding exercises. And so we went to go see this dumb 11 o'clock movie. It doesn't even it doesn't matter. It's fine. But Jared, the movie is dedicated to you because the end of the movie says dedicated to Jared Rodriguez. And we walk out of the movie theater and Jared goes, may that poor soul of Jared Rodriguez rest in peace over this godforsaken movie.
Poor Jared Rodriguez. That stupid movie dedicated to him.
This piece of shit dedicated to him. And you know what? It's available. You can watch it right now on Netflix. I think it is free to watch on Netflix. We should really do Japan Time Watches Bad Words because this movie really is terrible. And we could just make fun of it the whole time. That might be like, in fact, you know what? In fact, that's going to be our next member goal on YouTube. So if you want to throw money at the show, go become a member of the YouTube channel where you get jack shit except for our walkthrough of Bad Words. That's what you're going to get. So go become a member of the YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody.
Roger. Oh, my gosh. You know I'm on probation. I can't be making blanket threats at people, bro. This nigga's crazy. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even bring that up on the show. I actually got recognized in person for the first time. It was amazing.
What?
Where at?
Yeah, he just messaged me in chat. So I went to North Jersey with friends to like a Japanese market that's up there, and we went to a boba cafe. We're all ordering our stuff. I'm like sitting there waiting. He walks up to me. He walks up to us and says, "Are you a YouTuber?" And I'm thinking, okay, he thinks I'm someone else to say yeah. And he's like, "Are you McDarrett?" Like by name, and I was like, "Oh yes." So
That's awesome.
I was surprised.
No way Fidel just showed up.
Never been recognized.
No, we're done now. No, really shut up. No. We're done.
The stream's still on, bro.
At the very, very end. He literally already did the closer.
The worst.
The stream is still on, bro. Hey, tell us about Sonic, man.
And die.
Sonic is next week. Stop doxing yourself at Disney. Stop.
Listen.
Fidel, hang up.
Guys, so Sonic Superstars got announced, but now I have to.
We know. Shut up. We're gonna talk
wait,
about it
hold
next
on.
episode.
Wait, hold on. We could cut him in. We can cut him in for the VOD. We cut him in
for the VOD. All right,
They
it's
nailed
fine.
It's so good. It's like the physics feels good, and no, you can't. No, don't take
I don't know if I should show this on stream or not.
It's fine.
Okay, I mean,
Hey,
you
guys.
said
Yeah,
you said they were at Disney. Though. I was just trying to.
Hello.
Hi.
Hold on. Let me
All right, Fidel, Sonic.
So,
All right, there you go.
can I have my part? I'm looking away for the exit. Which you can't. Okay. Sonic.
The boys, the guys, the gals.
Nah, wait, Fidel. Before you continue, I just
That
want to
shit
let.
was crazy, bro.
I want to let
Yeah,
y'all
what's
know,
up?
man. I want to let y'all know every single person that you're with, including you, bro. You're all
Yeah.
attractive as hell, bro. Y'all cleaned up nice,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Don't let them.
I'm weak.
Wait, where'd he go?
Oh
What
my
happened to Sonic?
god, that was
Bro.
so funny, bro.
Oh my.
Yo,
crap.
I gotta respect the stance on command, bro.
Holy crap. I'm dead.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I'm glad I'm still alive. All right, Cheddars.
That was fire. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada yada.